General Longstreet, they're fighting so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And General Longstreet said, well, we could get on our horse and go up there and help them, General. No, we don't want to be like General Hood, who lost a leg in battle and an arm in battle. No, let's stay back here at the trees. Because we'll need somebody to go back and talk about the massacre.
Tell the story.
We need to surrender 2 years before everybody else does. So, I'm basically the guy who tries to find the truth in the situation. We should have had Bobby Bowden at Gettysburg.
Oh, yeah.
Coach, those boys, they sucked out there today, Coach. They did. But they're good kids.
He's a good boy. Fabulous Tim Wilson.
I love when he gets himself at the end there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How about you? It's the Bob and Tom Show. Monday is so
all right.
Monday. Isn't that the way it goes?
No.
That's not the way it goes?
No.
Cass Elliot couldn't hit those notes until she hit her head on a pipe. Yeah, John Phillips was really upset with her. She couldn't hit the note, and then she went to the bathroom and
drunk
stood
this
up.
weekend and run about mamas and the papas.
He's just trying to give you the story.
I'm just trying to help. Yeah. This is the kind of thing you'd be obsessed by for the rest of the morning. Cass Elliot hit her head, and she could hit all the notes.
Some sandwich joke, anyone?
It's the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee.
Hi, Chick McGee.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
And I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk. Lots of sports, Tom. Oh,
okay, good.
Wall to wall, 10 feet tall.
Okay.
Wow, your team's making news today.
Who's that?
Dan Snyder?
Oh, yeah. Hopefully they'll get him out of there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
Vote him out. That's what I say. Vote him out.
Well, we'll find out all about that. I'm certainly looking forward to that. One obscure sports story. Colts owner Jim Irsay bought the Kurt Cobain guitar, apparently the one from Smells Like Teen Spirit.
The one that he donated and then bought it back, all for charity? That's awesome.
Oh, not the Converse One Stars?
No. We'll get to the story coming up. I'm sorry. Back to you. We do have a nice letter to start things off. I'm sorry. We have this, Mr. Godwin.
Yes.
Yep.
Here we go. This is from Jerry the Trucker. He goes, I heard you guys talking about Pat's album, #1 in the comedy chart, so I thought I'd give it a listen.
Uh-oh.
Bravo, Pat.
Oh, hey!
No wonder it's #1. He goes, while driving, I was listening to it, started laughing, spit out my gum.
Oh.
Wow.
Couldn't find it.
Wait a minute, you spit it out in the car?
In the truck.
In the cab of the truck.
Well, why would you want to find it? I mean,
He wasn't done with it.
well, you don't
Not
put
gonna
it
put
back.
back in your mouth.
No.
If there's flavor
Yeah, what-
left, you do.
Let's see what happens.
Wait a minute, could I get anything out of my mouth this
What
morning?
a freak. Sorry.
He's chewing gum, spits it out while laughing. Had to go through a police checkpoint a few minutes later. The officer asked.
That explains why he was chewing gum.
The officer asked why I was laughing, and I said, well, I was listening to Pat Godwin's album, and he was a fan and let me go. Without the test. The point of the thing is, he goes, I listened to the rest of the album, and later on, I found the gum on my floorboard. Stuck to my shoe.
Or where the hell else would it be?
Could have gone down.
Good job, Columbo.
Jerry, I'm sorry I read your letter.
Jerry's as drunk as a monkey.
Former listener.
The cop let him go. Couldn't smell the bourbon on his breath.
Oh,
No,
My
it was a
goodness.
Nope.
Jerry, we appreciate it.
All I get's
Yes,
wintergreen. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, sorry, Jerry. I should have made up a fake name.
Drive safe, Jerry.
Okay, there you go. Okay, now, so
Hi, Jerry.
what is your rule on gum chewing, Josh? Do you ever park it for a while, then put it back in?
No. I don't chew a lot of gum.
I don't either. I'm not a gum chewer.
I was exposed to someone who chewed a lot of gum for a long time. And when you have someone who chews a lot of gum, you add it to one of the traits that gets to be irritating.
Now, when you say you were around them for a long time, is this one of the administrations, if you will?
Yes, I had to be legally involved with her for quite a while.
Let's just not pursue this.
And then you got to go get them gum. And
Now, you started chewing gum after your heart procedure, right?
Yeah, it was an ear thing. The doctor told me to do it. So
Do you still do it?
A little bit. It's way too complicated to
you look
explain.
like a henchman, one of the crime bosses. Hey, Tom, go out and get... Yeah, I'll get that for you.
That's exactly why.
I'll get that for you, boss. Yeah.
Around here.
What was your flavor? Did you have a go-to?
I think you're a xylitol guy, right?
Somewhat. Yeah, it's very. You can't get the.
Of course not.
Certain types of gum are very hard to get right now.
Really?
Sure. Yeah,
You got a gum guy?
That's a real issue.
Look,
Are you serious?
you jackasses. I want to say hello to all you bubblegum eaters out there and stop buying it.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
so
I
you
like
like a
this.
bubble
The
gum.
sugarless bubblegum.
What's that?
I could take you to a couple stores right now, and I'm telling you, the shelves are bare.
There's a reason that the sugarless are bare. That's a supply and demand thing. That's not a supply chain thing.
No,
Everybody hates this. Well, we better stop selling it.
Who are you talking about when you say all these bubblegum eaters? I like that term. A bunch of bubblegum eaters.
Bubblegum
A bunch of NASCAR dads.
Fancy
I've had it.
vest.
There are always people standing in front of the gum, staring, desperately trying to find the sugarless bubblegum.
These filthy sneaker wearers.
That's right. You cardigan sweater wearers.
I have no idea who this is. I love
don't
it.
either.
They're just a bunch of bike riders. Don't even worry about it.
Yesterday,
had
it
no
just so
idea this
happens
was an
I was at a
issue.
Target, and Finn found two of the kind we like
Oh, that's exciting.
Oh.
in the mint, hidden behind a bunch of mint ones.
Oh, so somebody was hiding it on
Somebody
purpose.
was probably hiding them. We need to go score some money to come back and get them. But they're in my car right now.
What's the...
Of course, I didn't chew any of it because I couldn't open it because I didn't have a blowtorch with me. Getting anything open these days, you have to have tools, razors.
Just a basic pocket knife will do.
Can I tell you something? There's
You
some
couldn't
sort
get
of...
your gum open?
I could bring it in right now. I bet you can't open it without. Let me see your
I
fingernails.
bet you can.
Well, I have nails. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet we could.
Do you know he has someone pre-open his creamer, those little jugs of creamer with the little dots down the side of the cap? You pull that and the whole thing comes off.
Yeah.
He has to have someone do that.
No,
because
that or I have to have a knife.
he can't get it open. Yeah, I can't get it open.
You have to have a tool. You can't open anything anymore.
I have to have a tool.
I bought some light bulbs yesterday. These things were sealed better than Lenin is in that glass coffin in Moscow. Getting these light bulbs out, I had to get a massive set of shears, and I dropped one of them and broke it.
He's a legitimate psycho.
I know. Yeah, he's gone on about this
I'll
for years.
I'll go get the gum, bring it in here, and see if you can open it.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Okay.
Hey, at least you know it'll be fresh.
Okay.
That's a plus.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's in the back of my car. I'll go get it in a minute. I was talking to Chick McGee off the air before, and he was telling me what a great night's sleep he had, thanks to his famous sleep number bet. Mr. McGee, your sleep number setting is?
100. A nice firm mattress, Tom. That's the way I roll.
Fortunately, to make this, to illustrate this very quickly, I can see Christy Lee in the stripes. You look beautiful today.
Thank you, Tom.
I'm sure you had plenty of sleep. What is your sleep number setting?
Right now it's 0.
Whoa.
But this is where I'm going to... The Sleep Number Bed people are so wonderful. My bed is still under warranty. They're on their way to fix it this week.
Well, good.
Isn't that great?
Now, it used to be 45, which was a semi-soft mattress. We'll
Right.
get back to the point here, which is your sleep number setting determines the firmness of your mattress. Either side of the bed can be adjusted at the touch of a button, Josh.
Yeah,
Your
next
sleep
time
number-
you'll come to me, won't you?
Yes, I
I think it's an important thing to
Yes, it is,
realize.
Christy. They
that
can
they
come
have
and fix
wonderful
it.
service.
Absolutely.
Your sleep number
Yes.
setting, Josh?
65.
Oh, okay, that's softer than chicks. Either side of the bed can be adjusted at the touch of a button. Oh, look at this. Memorial Day just around the corner, which of course means the Sleep Number Memorial Day sale. Save $1,000 on the famous Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed. Queen beds now only $19.99 for a limited time. I do love my Sleep Number bed. At Sleep Number stores, of course, that's where you find them. Where do you find those? You go to sleepnumber.com/BT show. That's sleepnumber.com/BT show. Coming up, we have the Port of Sand at Stonehenge uncovered.
Really?
Really. We have
What?
We have morons in the news. I'll give you just the setup on this. Some idiot he's robs this place. His accomplice, he has an ape mask on, but his accomplice doesn't. So they see, if you're both wearing a mask, you idiots. And another DUI for an Amish guy. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bees are stupid. Them are not stupid. They're stupid. Them are not stupid. They're stupid.
Essential Morning Radio.
They're stupid.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
And a good morning to you. I'm Mark Allison. Monday, May 23rd. Hope you're having a great Monday morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Bob and Tom Show. And as well, we hope you had a great weekend. Right back at it here on a Monday. We are normally skating at full strength, but Chick McGee out today, at least temporarily. So we will persevere, but we're so glad you're here to join us. Fun and frivolity on the way. We'll find out all about Willie and Josh. My goodness, they were on a road trip this weekend to upstate New York. We'll find out all about it right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Entertainment News Desk. Kate Mckinnon and Pete Davidson are among those departing from Saturday Night Live, leaving the sketch institution without arguably its two most famous names after Saturday's finale of its 47th season. The 38-year-old Mckinnon won 2 Emmys in her 10 seasons on the show, during which her impressions included Hillary Clinton and former Attorney General Jeff Sessions. The 28-year-old Davidson joined the cast in 2014 and has appeared in 8 seasons and now is known as Mrs. Kardashian. And Colin Cantwell, the man who designed the spacecraft in the Star Wars films, has died. He was 90. His partner confirmed Cantwell died at his home in Colorado Saturday. Cantwell designed the prototypes for the X-Wing starfighter, the TIE fighter, and Death Star. He also worked on films including 2001: A Space Odyssey, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and War Games. And speaking of the movies, Doctor Strange and his multiverse got to linger a little longer atop the weekend box office, while Tom Cruise waits in the wings. Marvel's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was the #1 film this weekend for the 3rd straight week. Downton Abbey: A New Era made a strong showing in second, but hang on to your fighter jets. Next week, Top Gun Maverick arrives on a wave of hype for Memorial Day weekend. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, I have been doing lots of research, and now if you tell me who your favorite band is or what your favorite movie is or even what your favorite book is, I can tell you what you are saying about yourself.
Okay, Christy, can we start with you? Do you mind? Christy,
Right,
favorite
my
band?
favorite movie.
Road-
band,
is it
no
Roadhouse,
movie.
did we say?
Not Roadhouse.
Okay,
That's
not
the movie
Roadhouse.
that you can't turn away from.
Favorite movie?
Yeah.
My favorite movie.
Yes.
Breakfast at Tiffany with
Oh,
Audrey
my God. Are you
Hepburn.
serious?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
boy, that's going to be a really mean one for me to start out on. I can
Ooh.
tell you what you're saying about yourself is I'm not nearly as cute as I think I am. That's what that says about you. It's awful.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
not.
I hate to start off on such a mean note.
I got you. How about your favorite band, Christy?
Say Michael Bubble or
Can I
whatever.
say
the hell-
Maroon 5?
Sure,
Maroon
go ahead.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. If your favorite band is Maroon 5, what you're saying about yourself is, man, 10% off every purchase? This Gap credit card was the best decision ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Thailand is giving all of its citizens free cannabis plants. What you failed to mention, they're hoping that the residents stay high enough they won't realize what a crap hole country they live in.
That's not fair. There's lovely beaches and
Yeah, I'm sure.
great food.
It took a man 11 days to cross Great Britain on a push scooter. What you failed to mention, tell me you're having trouble at home without telling me you're having trouble at home.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Friday, 8 p.m.
Hi, excuse me. I'm having a dinner party and I've run out of coffee. Might I borrow some?
Sure. Here you go.
A few minutes later.
Excuse me. Could I trouble you again for some more coffee?
I just gave you some 10 minutes ago.
I know, but my guests are really big coffee drinkers.
Okay, here you go.
Thanks. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
What?
Do you live here alone?
Yeah, why?
Shortly thereafter.
You again?
I need more coffee.
It's impossible.
Okay, but it is possible that you want me.
No. Good night.
2 minutes after that.
Go away.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. The coffee is so good, he'll come back again and again and again.
Coffee. More coffee.
Go away.
Some coffee.
I'm going to call the police.
You want it so bad.
I'm calling 911.
You want it so bad.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. Share some with a neighbor. Stalker's Choice. It's what obsessive-compulsive relationships are made of.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I actually have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
All right, woke chick up. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's a
cow.
good day's work, everybody.
This is
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. At the news desk, it's Christy Lee.
Hi, chick.
Christy looks like she just got out of prison.
Yep.
Although they give you new clothes when you come out of prison, right? Those look like...
Or do they give you the clothes that you went in with?
I think what you went in with,
Oh,
right?
okay. What you went in with?
No, I thought they have a...
Do they wash them?
They have a clothes store right there when you check out.
Oh, you get to buy, you
that'd
go
be
in the men's
amazing.
store, buy a new suit.
Hello, may I help you?
Commissary money that's left over.
You're going to like your
What was
freedom and the way you look.
What was the name of that guy? That's the quote.
I'm George.
You're going to like the way you look.
Yeah.
Is he gone?
Men's Warehouse.
Yeah, I haven't heard that commercial.
If he's not gone, he's not doing very well. I can bet that.
It wasn't a George. George something. Yeah.
Hey there, Pat Godwin. How are you, buddy?
Hey, chick.
Yeah, you look great. You feel great.
I do.
Yeah, that baby. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Yo, yo.
We need to hear about the big road trip. I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk, and here's Tom.
I heard great things about the road trip to Ilion, New York with Josh and Willie. We're going to catch up with the boys on that in just a second, but apparently the show, a killer. That's what I heard. But we're going to check in with the sporting scene. But first, once again, we had a nice letter from Jerry the Trucker, who here and after will be called Gary the Trucker, or Larry the Trucker, Harry the Trucker. He was enjoying Pat Godwin's new album, which is #1 in the comedy charts. Congratulations.
All
Pat.
right.
Downloaded and streamed everywhere. It's called, well, you're skeptical.
No. I never tire of hearing about it.
Boy, oh boy. Remember when he had a vodka?
Well.
George Zimmer is the guy's name.
That's
George Zimmer! Now I can go on.
What was the name of it? Was that the
Men's
Warehouse.
You're
George
going to
Zimmer.
like the way you look.
Yes.
Now I remember why they
Would it
stopped
be
saying his name.
Yeah, that just occurred to me, too.
You know something?
I don't get it.
I had Christy, just trust me on this. Shut it up. Okay. Look at Uncle Dad over here.
All right.
Just wait till the end of the commercial. You're not going to want to shop.
Let's just go with Zapruder. He was a tailor, wasn't he? Was he a dry cleaner? What was it? Pat, in a few minutes, I just want to give you a warning. Can you favor us with one of the songs from the new album?
Sure.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. In the meantime, we do have some news from the world of sports. A lot of exciting things happening. Congratulations to friend of the show, Scott Dixon, pole sitter for the 106th running of the Indianapolis 500.
Cool. Hey, Luka
That was
Doncic.
fun.
What happened? Luka Doncic. He was the greatest player in the history. What happened, Luka?
The Splash Brothers happened, man.
Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Mr. Wiggins, carried the Dubs last night, 109-100 in Dallas, and then Golden State now has a 3-0 lead in the Western Conference Finals. Curry delivered 31 points, 11 assists, 5 boards for Golden State. They pulled away in the third quarter. Mr. Wiggins added 27 points, grabbed 11 rebounds, and pretty much kept Luka in check. The Mavs lost despite Doncic. He had 40 points, but that's not enough.
Apparently, the Mavs missed
lots and lots of shots.
most of their three-point shots. Heard one commentator say he'd never seen anyone so cold
Whoa.
from the three-point zone.
Then maybe you don't shoot those.
No.
One guy was like, over.
Shooters shoot.
Okay.
Shooters shoot. You know who said that?
Who?
Reggie.
That's true.
Shooters shoot. Okay. And in the NHL, shoot or shoot.
They
Same
sure
thing.
do.
If they shoot the puck, they put it in the net.
Hello, Mr. Ranger, sir. The New York Rangers are within 2-1 in their second-round series with the Hurricanes of Carolina. They earned a 3-1 win at the Garden last night. Igor Shesterkin, 43 saves and allowed one goal by Nito Niederreiter.
Well, you know something, I feel
his name's
kind of bad for you, but I'm certainly enjoying the butchering of the
Niederreiter.
Niederreiter sounds like the punchline to some
Niederreiter. No, his name is pronouncer. According to the pronouncer, it's Niederreiter. And then the second period. Sorry, Christy. Mike Kazabanhidja. And the Ning, our favorite NHL team next to the Blues, are up 3-0. Their Stanley Cup round series. What do we say about the Stanley Cup, Tom?
Stanley, give me that cup.
The 5-1 win over the Panthers last night. And Evander Kane, who should be in the WWE, had a hat trick in the second period.
Evander Kane be a Batman?
Sure, yeah.
Mr. Big or something.
Is he related to Patrick Kane? Are they pals? Are they brothers?
I don't think so. I think Patrick Kane's. Oh, he's a hockey player, too.
He's a Blackhawk, right?
Is he a Blackhawk?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they're related.
Oilers take a 2-1 lead.
How about Andrew Abel?
No,
Kane and Abel aren't brothers.
they had a falling out.
Well, yeah, but remember one thing: those two just don't like each other. Let's see. Dear Bob and Tom, I think the show's getting worse. What the hell? This is from Cynthia. She has a problem at the grocery store.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Consider this a public service announcement. She said, here's some helpful hints that might help you while you're at the grocery store.
All right.
Number one, when the conveyor belt is empty and the pricing beeps stop and your grocery bags are full with the cashier and bagger standing still looking your way, when the cashier announces your amount due, you have to pay them then. So when you hear someone screaming behind you, how can you possibly have that many groceries and not know you need to pay for them? You'll know now.
Uh-huh.
So there you go.
I mean, that look of shock, like, I'll get my wallet now.
Have you ever been behind someone who reaches in their coin purse? I bet you have a coin purse.
I used to. I do. I don't anymore.
Used to. When you say used to, it used to be before this conversation? Is that what you're saying?
No, just a few years ago.
Do you have an opera purse?
What is an opera
Just a tiny,
purse?
that you take to the opera.
A little clutch?
Well, these days, if you want to go to any event, you can't take anything in anymore.
Right, you have to have a clear bag or a small...
Those are fashionable, the clear plastic bags.
Yeah.
Do you have an opera Ziploc?
They have a glass purse. Have you seen this? Yeah, this is
and it's made of glass?
Made of glass. It was on the runway recently. Yeah.
Wow. Now, have any of the major designers, can you get a Louis Vuitton glass clutch?
Probably.
Or clear plastic?
Well, I'm sure you could probably get a clear plastic one because all of the major, sporting venues, you have to use them.
Yeah.
Like a, I don't know.
Isn't the point of a clutch to hide the tampon? Now everyone can just see it?
They're glass.
Everybody can.
Oh, the tampons are too.
Yeah, not particularly absorbent, but they do block.
Easy to rinse.
Easy to rinse. Dishwasher safe.
More of a block than a.
What would stop designers from putting secret pockets in like those evening gowns? Why don't they do that?
Oh, some of them have these really nice pockets now. They're awesome.
Put your tampon in there, put your phone in there.
Why
I prefer the ladies who stack them like cigars.
Put your mace
in the upper left.
Don't
chest
most
pocket.
women have a pocket for their tampon?
Hey.
Oh.
Why don't women's blazers have an inside breast pocket? I don't understand that. Drives me
you guys
crazy.
don't have that?
No.
Oh, you guys gotta get that.
I
It's
know
the best.
for my
sunglasses,
phone.
weed.
Yes.
I never feel more grown up on wearing a sport coat. My phone rings and I reach in.
Yes.
It is the greatest.
Hi, I can't talk right now. I'm incredibly busy. That's never happened to me, but I can imagine it's pretty.
I can't answer the phone. I'm wearing a suit.
That's true.
I would love to have an inside pocket.
What about a pen in the inside pocket? You're like at a
wedding
yes.
or something.
Let
and then
me
bingo.
sign that.
Oh, gosh.
Just straight cash in mine.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh, that's
Straight
right.
cash, homie.
No matter where I'm at. Just pull it out. Sometimes you just look at it and put it back just so people know.
Oh, I forgot
Josh,
the
you
last.
got a court date and put the cash away.
The last house closing, I should have worn a sport coat so I could get the pen out of my sport coat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure another one's coming around here. I'll be able to do that. Hey, we got an incident in the golf world. Tom.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Justin Thomas has captured the PGA Championship for the second time in 5 years. Thomas stormed back from 7 shots away to win the second major of the season, a 3-hole playoff with Will Zalatoris.
Yeah. He's from the U.S. of A.
Okay, that's fine. His name's
a look on your face.
Zalatoris. Thomas birdied the first 2 playoff holes.
His brother Clyde.
There we go.
Clyde's story.
Yeah, oh, sure. Glad it's Taurus.
With the pink hat. So could we
But the big story.
hasten this? I was watching this. I saw
I bet that was fun, man. I would like to have seen that.
3-hole playoff.
Yeah.
Oh, hence your interest. Okay, so it really happened. You didn't watch baseball or hockey or basketball, but you watched
Or Indy 500 qualifying.
You watched some of. I watched some of a couple of those. Give me a break. I was very busy yesterday.
What?
Trying to open his gum, remember? How does this work?
I need a blowtorch to get this damn gun open.
I bet it's in the back of my. I'll send Mike Mark out to get it.
Where's the scissors?
You can't even go get your own gum.
Well, I can get it not right this moment. I'm trying to
I hope he steals your car.
tamp down the idiocy.
Just got to Mark, Mike.
I am
giving
too.
a Ferris Bueller
I'm getting
stay off,
sick of
spin
that
around the
Let
block.
me ask you something. How long would your car have to be stolen before you'd notice it? I'll be honest.
I think I would.
A couple
notice.
days, probably, right?
If you do it on a weekend, if you do it on a Friday after work, he won't notice till Tuesday at 4.
Were you at the hotel when he parked his? Well, he stopped his car out in front of the hotel, left it running, thought it was
Willie
a
was a
valet.
little-
I wasn't there.
Willie
I
was
was
a
there
little
for the
baby.
one where he thought the hotel was burning down, and then he abandoned the family and ran to the lobby in his underwear.
Good for you, Tommy.
That's
Get
false.
out.
No, because
The alarm went off, and I went out in the hallway, and the door locked behind
here's
me.
the thing.
Wait, the alarm went off because there was an emergency.
Here's
The
what
alarm
Tom-
went off because the pipes, the fire alarm went off, but it turned out that the pipes on the roof of the hotel had burst, and it wasn't a fire. It was,
You thought it was a fire. You heard the
no,
alarm.
it was a fire alarm. It was in the middle of the night. I didn't. You're jumping way ahead. If you're lying in bed and the fire alarm goes off, so I rushed out the hallway to open the door, and the door slammed behind me.
However, what Tom was thinking was, if he perishes in a fire, all hope is lost. See, you guys are done. He's tried to save himself first.
No, I was trying
That's
to find
just
out what
good
the hell
thinking.
was going on.
Tom, it's okay that you tried to save yourself. You have a kid who argues with you all morning.
Parenthetically, it was in where was it? It was in Beaver Creek, Colorado, and it was 17 degrees below zero.
Oh, fires can't lighten that.
Oh, they can.
I don't know about that. Science.
That was the same trip in which I went to see former President Ford did the tree lighting.
Oh, did he trip into it?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to tell the story. Except,
Yeah, I know. He may.
but
see-
later on at the restaurant, though, some guy goes, "Hey, Prez."
Yeah. President Ford is one of his favorite presidents.
No,
Because he's from Michigan, yada, yada, yada.
That's not.
And he saw him skiing. And
Tom, did the president react to "Hey, Prez"?
No, I just saw some douche in the. Have a little respect, you prick. Just some a-hole.
name hole.
You know what? I bet these days a president would love to be
Yeah,
called Prez.
yeah. It's today. You know, hey, have some respect for the office, okay? If you don't like it, go ski in Russia.
I heard one of the most pretentious sentences over the weekend that didn't come out of your.
I was going to say, I don't recall being with you.
Yeah. The lady said, well, you know, Megan, she teaches skiing at Vail.
Oh.
I got to go to the bathroom, excuse me. And I never went back. I climbed out the window. I climbed right out the window. What do you think about that?
A lot of excellent teachers there, I'll tell you what.
There you go,
apparently Megan's
of
one of
course.
them.
Well, yeah, Megan's kills it. Anyway, speaking of sports, a squirrel. Everybody clear on this? Mm-hmm. Squirrel went after a golf ball at the PGA Championship. Golfer Richard Bland. had his ball roll off the green by the squirrel.
What if his girlfriend calls him Dick Bland?
Here comes old Dick Bland.
I would think so, yeah.
Did you have a good night last night, Heather? Nah.
Bland tweeted a video showing his ball rolling up next to the squirrel, which, it's right there on the video, starts playing with the ball, causing it to roll off the green. The English golfer wrote,
"You know, it's not going to be your week when you play a good recovery shot from under the trees and this little fellow gets in the way."
I say, Byron, the ball is approaching the hole. Oh, there's a squirrel now knocking it off the green.
And I know what you're thinking.
This reminds me of 1954 when...
What's the ruling? Well, according to the USGA rules, Mr. Bland was not allowed to move his ball or replay the shot after the squirrel caused the ball to move.
That's right.
He had to play it where it lay.
Really?
That's ridiculous.
That
No,
is
I
ridiculous.
love that.
That is a silly rule.
Exactly.
That is a silly
It makes things
rule.
exciting. Yeah.
So what's to stop a guy training a group of squirrels to go out there?
Pick it up and throw it in the hole?
Yeah. I'll fix Tiger's ass, by God.
Can the squirrel
By the way,
be
did you see Phil Mickelson tweeted that would not have happened in Saudi Arabia.
No.
There are no squirrels.
Well, all the squirrels
A
burst into
camel
flames.
spider would have picked it up.
Chicken my ad, not only are they training these squirrels, the squirrels are dressed like little caddies. They have the little white suit on.
Yeah.
And it's got the last name on the back.
Yes.
Occasionally they run up the golfer's back and whisper something in his ear.
Wow, they needed Carl Spackler there.
If I kill all the golfers,
Hey, dude,
they're going to lock me up and throw away the key.
Gophers.
Do you know who Carl Spackler is, Christy?
No idea.
Caddyshack. You've seen Caddyshack?
Yeah, but
Bill Murray.
I didn't know that was his last name.
You're a monkey woman.
I had no idea Carl had a last name. I just thought it was Carl, the groundskeeper.
Carl Spackler?
It's so silly, but he's working that ball.
Yeah, I know. It's so ridiculous.
It's so silly.
Oh, yeah.
That seems like a pretty dumb
like a
rule.
dog, huh?
Doesn't it sound like a pretty stupid rule?
These all make sense. They're just acts of nature, and
It's old timey and weird and fun.
Yeah.
I think golf
It is old timey.
Can you imagine if it had been during the playoff, if that happened?
Sure.
hey,
The squirrel heard round the world.
This looks like it's going to be an eagle. And oh, wait a minute. It was 3 inches from the cup. Now it's in the trap.
I'd be so mad.
Yeah, I would be.
I would be so mad.
Oh, wait a minute. His caddy appears to be getting something out of the bag. There's one dead squirrel on the ninth hole. Okay, well.
I think John Daly most likely to shoot a squirrel on the golf course, right? I would think.
Yeah,
Probably got a
I
gun
think
in
no.
his bag.
Shooting a squirrel that is inhumane and unfair. If you're going to do it, you have to hit him with one of your golf clubs.
Oh,
No,
okay.
You have to
what
catch
is
up
wrong
to,
with
you
you
have to catch
people?
up to
Bam.
him. You can't use technology to get these guys.
Squirrels are rodents. We should get rid of all of them. They spread disease.
What about chipmunks?
Look
They're
it
the
up.
ones that are
I know.
terrible.
No, chipmunks are cute.
No.
they all make me laugh. I like them.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
Can't decide on
They
across the
eat
street.
your foundation.
Yeah, no, yeah. A
Well,
squirrel will change his mind immediately, yeah.
But I still can't get over the fact that that's a USGA rule.
I can't either.
Squirrels.
Am I the only one who think all squirrels have irritable bowel syndrome?
Why do you
They
think
look
that?
Because they look really nervous.
Is there John Muir here?
I got to go take a crap. What's going on?
It never occurred to me that that's what was going on.
They're really nervous all the time.
No, their tail's always twitching.
Yeah, they're trying to wipe themselves off.
I think if I had a tail, I'd twitch it.
Would you?
Yeah.
That's probably a mating thing.
What if the squirrel takes the golf ball and while you're coming around the dog leg, that squirrel buries it?
You got to play it.
What if
Yeah,
you
dig it
can't
out.
find it?
According to the Golf Association rules, you got to play it.
There's probably a tree somewhere with 300 balls inside
Probably.
the trunk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carl Spackler.
The Dalai Lama. 12th son of the Lama. The flowing robe.
Striking.
Rich, bald. Striking. I'm on the first tee with him. I give him the driver. He hauls off and whacks one. Big hitter, the Lama.
Long.
Into a 10,000-foot crevice right at the base of this glacier. Do you know what the Lama says?
What's the Lama say?
No. Gunga, galunga. Gunga, gunga, gunga. So we finish 18. He's going to stiff me.
He's
And I
gonna
say,
stiff me.
Lama, hey, how about a little something, for the effort, And he says, there won't be any money. But when you die, on your deathbed, you will receive total consciousness. So I got that going.
All the while, he has a kid pinned up against the with a pitchfork.
Yeah.
He's kind of holding the pitchfork.
Did Bill Murray ad-lib that?
Well, I know he did with he and Chevy Chase, the pot smoking scene.
That was all improv.
Room.
That is mighty funny. That is mighty good.
Coming up in sports, this isn't me. This is just the email.
Yeah?
How Pat Godwin ruined my life.
Well, at least it's Pat for a change. Coming up. Right now, how to improve your life, at least your finances, when it comes to getting those prescriptions. They're so expensive, and they're getting more expensive, but now you can knock some of the fees out of those by going to goodrx.com/Tom. GoodRx is a free app. You can download it for free and find savings from over 70,000 pharmacies. Christy, tell me more.
That's right. With GoodRx, you can instantly compare prescription prices at pharmacies in your own neighborhood. You'll find discounts that could save you up to 80% at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide, like CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Vons, Walmart, and more. GoodRx is simple and easy to use, and it works if you have insurance and even if you don't have an insurance policy. And if you have insurance, might even beat your copay. So for simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, go to goodrx.com/Tom. That's goodrx.com/Tom.
GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used in place of insurance, Medicare and Medicaid. In 2021, GoodRx users saved an average of 81% on retail prescription prices.
Now, Gordon, I understand that you were once a caddy, and I'd love to hear those stories maybe next Sunday.
I'm happy to tell you.
We're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Chime in with an email. Send to Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian John Campanera.
Vin Scully is funny because he's one of these announcers that loves to read lips. Wait a minute, here comes Tracy out of the dugout. He's in the umpire's face. It appears he wants to take the ump to Fuddruckers after the game. You know what makes me laugh is Skip Carey, Harry's son. He does the Atlanta Brave games.
Sure.
I listen to this guy when I can't sleep. Chipper Jones takes one on the outside, 3-1 on Chipper Jones. Don't forget all week long, we got the best of the Duke right here on TBS. John Wayne right here on TBS. There's a long fly ball. Looks like that's out of here.
I love that.
And you know, Harry's going, I can't believe that's my son. You know, Harry would get excited over the dumbest stuff. Hey! Check out the kid in the sombrero.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
We roll through a Monday together. It is May 23rd. My name is Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Bob and Tom Show. And don't forget about this Friday. The tradition continues with another Bob and Tom exclusive live from Speedway, Indiana. This Friday, it's the Bob and Tom Carb Day broadcast. Special guests include Drew Powell, actor Al Unser Jr., former winner of the Indianapolis 500, Duke Tomato and the Power Trio, plus more fun and frivolity. Again, live from Speedway, Indiana, right outside the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Bob and Tom's Carb Day broadcast will be heard right here, coming up Friday morning, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed on this Monday morning. Kate McKinnon and Pete Davidson among those departing from Saturday Night Live, leaving the sketch institution without arguably its two most famous names after Saturday's finale of its 47th season. A.D. Bryant and Kyle Mooney also leave the cast after the episode, hosted by Natasha Lyonne. The 38-year-old McKinnon won 2 Emmys in her 10 seasons on the show, during which her impressions included Hillary Clinton and former Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Her comic chops with characters frequently drove castmates and hosts to lose it live on the air. The 28-year-old Davidson joined the cast in 2014 and has appeared in 8 seasons. Meanwhile, Afghanistan's Taliban rulers have begun enforcing an order requiring all female TV news anchors in the country to cover their faces while on air. The move Sunday, part of a hardline shift drawing condemnation from rights activists. After the order announced Thursday, only a handful of news outlets complied with the order, but on Sunday, most female anchors were seen with their faces covered after the Taliban's Vice and Virtue Ministry began enforcing the order. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up on a Monday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
The Pope has a bad right knee. They put him in a wheelchair. The pills can't help with the pain when he has to climb the stairs. No medication. He wants libation and a vacation and the blue agave plant tequila. We love that Pope.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
Now, have you ever done a cop convention or anything?
I just did one last night.
Did you really?
Yeah, you know, and they're fun because they understand stuff that I'm talking about, you know. I always say
Unlike the normal audience.
Yeah,
Yes,
the biggest misconception people have about police is that we really care. Because don't. If you see a wreck and you can make a U-turn, you're going to do it.
Sometimes you just get stuck.
Oh, you know, you just don't want to hear it. It's always the same thing.
Don't want to hear it.
That's true. Every time you make a traffic stop, I ain't out catching real criminals. Well, I'll tell you the truth, lady, I'm not that good at this job. I'm trying to figure out a way to get disability without actually hurting myself. See, I was a smart aleck.
Didn't take it all that serious.
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Oh, heck no. People would make U-turns on the expressway. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, you know, because it says authorized vehicles only. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, I authorize you. I don't care. You can't be subpoenaed if your name's not on anything. That's the way I always felt about it.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining.
Central Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Hey, everybody. This is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to...
Coming up.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick McGee.
There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Chick.
Sidekicking it. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Howdy do. He's at the track phone hotline hot phone, and he has the Omaha Steak joke of the day in his back pocket. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk. And here's Tom.
We're going to hear from Mr. Godwin in a matter of moments from the #1 album in the world of comedy. The streaming #1 is Pat Godwin's album entitled Captured Live. Congratulations, Pat.
Better believe it.
Pat also the winner once again of the International Songwriting Contest, the comedy division. Nice work, Pat. Well,
sounds like you're
you got
buying
something in the
lunch.
quiver over there?
From the album? Yeah.
That was the request.
He's the Meryl.
Ready to go.
He's the Meryl Streep of awards. He seems like he's always nominated and most times wins.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Now, before we get to
Honored
that,
just to be
however,
nominated.
before we get to that, we do have some interesting sporting news. We'll get to that coming up. But we began the show with a letter from, let's call him Larry the trucker.
Yeah.
No, it was Jerry.
Yeah, it was absolutely Jerry.
Who was driving his his truck.
We know what an over-the-road trucker drives.
I mean, it wasn't just a guy. It wasn't a guy in an F-150. It was a guy in a big rig. Anyway, he started laughing while listening to Pat's album, saying how much he enjoyed it, and he spit his gum out, couldn't find it, and it turned up on his shoe.
No, he turned up on the floorboard.
And then he stepped in it. And it was on his
Because
shoe.
that's how gravity works, Jerry. It's not going to be on the ceiling.
So sorry, Jerry. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This letter comes to us from, there's apparently Miss Anonymous. My friends and I were on a girls' weekend and stopped at a casino.
Uh-oh.
We were drinking quite a bit. In the bathroom, I heard my girlfriend in the next stall say, "Oops, I lost my gum." We went back to the hotel.
Was it in the guy's pubic hair?
It's Miss Anonymous. It's all right.
Say a
It's
name.
Miss.
Oh, well, it's okay then.
Yeah, she's not cheating on anyone.
When we returned to the hotel, we continued our party. She went to the bathroom, was in there a long time. Finally, I heard her asking for help. "What's wrong?" She said, "I need scissors." I said, "Why?" "I found my gum." "Where?" There was a short pause. "It's stuck in my hair down there."
You were right, chick.
Hey,
it wasn't his, though. It was
I was
hers.
close.
Yeah, okay.
Do girls try to do that too? Like
Do
guys
what?
try to do it?
What?
You know, like
Blow bubbles down there?
Yeah, you know, you go.
What?
You know, you go in the shower and try to bend yourself around and see if you can Ron Jeremy it. You know what I'm saying, Tom?
No.
Was I reading a letter
to do
about lost gum? What happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then chick had a
gum fell
question.
out and
Well, I
got-
think the man deserves an answer.
How did the gum end up in her crotch?
Are you talking about?
Fell out while she was
See, she was sitting.
While she was
wearing
sitting.
clothes?
Can
She
you
was
listen?
on the toilet.
They were in the bathroom. She was in the toilet. She
It
lost her
fell
gum.
out.
Oh, well, that
I have,
Went back to the event, came back to the bathroom, and realized the gum was in
you
her.
guys know I have cases of OCD, and one of them is if I'm chewing gum and I walk in a bathroom, I spit that gum out immediately.
Oh, yeah, you
I
have
feel
to.
like it has the bathroom
Real.
air in the gum that I'm just chewing
Same
on.
reason you don't eat a hot dog while on the toilet.
Yes.
I had.
So you'll chew gum and go in the bathroom and then come back
I
out?
never thought about it.
Oh.
I- 'cause I
Start
usually
thinking about it.
Don't chew gum.
Well, just chewing on poop.
BM air.
Yeah.
You know, Tom introduced all of us to
BM air. Okay.
to the term crystallized urine. You know
Yeah.
that. And the hand blowers, of course. Urine's in the air in the bathroom.
I know.
It just
stopped-
recirculates
I've stopped using those too.
urine. Yeah.
Chick, if you're ever feeling down over the weekend, I saw Josh try to shoot a water bottle into a trash can, and he just totally missed. And he had to turn around and pick it back up.
Not really the case. That's not exactly what happened.
I'm going to store that in the bank for when I need to feel better. Just Josh.
This is what happened. The man's
right.
a liar. It was a coffee cup.
A styrofoam, empty styrofoam.
Empty coffee cup from you get from the hotel
can't-
lobby.
You can't tell with wind or how much, light.
Indoors, chick.
How far away are we talking here?
2 feet.
Nice.
And you missed.
I was on the move though, so I was walking.
Did you go back?
I went chink, and it rim, and then just bloop sat right on top of the thing, and then I just had to go over and knock
Nice,
it in. Yeah,
nice.
it was actually what I did was harder than getting it in.
Okay. Okay. We have a couple of letters here. This one says, Josh and Willie knocked it out of the park at Cacciatore's over the weekend.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, do they have Italian food there?
Oh, do they, dude?
You're pissing them off, chick.
Who, Tom?
Yeah.
Are you going to ruin every letter by guessing the punchline?
No. What?
That's a punchline?
Go ahead, Tom.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. It was a letter.
Come on.
The damn letter.
What is spaghetti? What is that? It?
By the way, Josh and Willie look much taller and more handsome in person than how Tom describes them. Much taller? Have I never said either?
I always get that.
He looked
Oh,
taller.
you're way taller than I thought you'd be.
Really?
Well, because the way Tom talks, people think a circle's going to walk in.
That's because.
Or roll in.
No, that's because.
I
people
can't tell if he's walking or rolling.
They hear him beat us down on the air all the time.
Not beating anyone down. You're beating yourself down.
Boy, we had a wonderful time at Cacciatore's. Thank you, Sean and Jennifer, and everybody at the radio station who put things together there. Joe and Mindy and Todd.
They want you to come back. This is Casey.
Well,
wants
we're
you to
going
come
to be
back.
happy to. And, man, I brought some food in from Cacciatore's.
You did?
Oh, my gosh. Willie and I were in the green room, and they just kept bringing it back a la like an Italian family would.
So first, there's this. It's called a tomato pie, and it's just dough with this incredible sauce and just Parmesan on top. And Chick, I wanted some mozzarella, but you don't want to mess around because the focus is on the sauce, my friend.
That's right. That's right.
And then I go, this is a huge piece. We can't eat all this. And then a pasta dish comes in.
Oh.
And then chicken dish comes in. And then another pasta dish comes in. And then some Utica greens comes in. My goodness.
This gentleman writes, I was at the show Saturday night to see Willie and Josh. Great show. I was disappointed that being a fine Italian restaurant, they didn't serve any Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, what were they doing? Everything was homemade.
What's that stuff called? Chicken Ricky?
Oh. Riggy, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
What? No SpaghettiOs? I'm sorry, Pat. We'll have to get to your song in a few minutes.
All
We'll
right.
get to that. Coming up in sports?
Coming up in sports, Pat Godwin ruined someone's life. We'll take a quick look at the NBA and NHL again, and Major League Baseball creates a memory. It's heartwarming. It's very heartwarming.
Yeah, we have Amish news coming up as well.
Amish news,
and the huge robbery in which one of the partners in the alleged crime, wore a mask.
Yes.
The other didn't. And they were caught almost immediately.
I'd be the kind of guy on a heist that I would call everybody by their name. I would forget. Tom, get in the car.
First and last name.
Will you shut up? Like, yeah.
I left my ID with the banknote. Yeah. We'll find out about all these things when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
With us in the studio, comedian John Garrett. You have a straight job? I mean, like a normal day-to-day thing?
Yeah, I actually do. I'm actually a CPA, believe it or not. Yeah, and
that spells party.
Yeah, it does. Most people think CPAs are hysterical. Yeah. No, of course not. We're dorks, big dorks. But and honestly, on behalf of all accountants out there, I'd like to say that we don't all do taxes. Some of us prefer to embezzle. It's much more lucrative. I read recently Willie Nelson wrote a song called Whatever Happened to Peace on Earth as his little protest to the war in Iraq. And my immediate thought was, why does he care? It's not like it's his tax dollar being put to use. I mean, I think the U.S. government should write a song called Whatever Happened to Willie's 1040. Yeah, there's a tax joke for the accountants.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Rolling through a Monday morning with you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. My name is Mark Allison. We told you about the Carb Day broadcast coming up this Friday live from Speedway, Indiana. For those of you not familiar, there'll be a big race coming up on Sunday as well, the Indianapolis 500, and we will be all over it. The Bob and Tom Show Race Day morning broadcast can be heard right here. The tradition continues. Another Bob and Tom 24/7 special live this Sunday from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. It's the Bob and Tom Show Race Day Morning Show live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get up, get your coffee, and find out exactly what's happening at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway this Sunday morning, Indy 500 Race Day morning, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom News Desk. A military plane carrying enough specialty infant formula for more than 500,000 baby bottles arrived Sunday in Indianapolis. It's the first of several flights expected from Europe aimed at relieving a shortage that has sent parents scrambling to find enough to feed their children. President Joe Biden authorized the use of Air Force planes for the effort, dubbed Operation Fly Formula, because no commercial flights were available. Speaking of the president, he's seeking to calm concerns about recent cases of monkeypox that have been identified in Europe and the United States. He says he does not see the need to institute strict quarantine measures. He talked about this matter in Tokyo just one day after he said the virus was something to be concerned about. But then he told reporters today he doesn't think monkeypox rises to the level of concern that existed with COVID-19, and added that the smallpox vaccine works for monkeypox and the United States has enough to handle it. And the jostling of the Joshes, you could call it, has returned to Lincoln, Nebraska. A couple hundred people gathered at a park for a pitched battle over the official right to the name Josh. Now, I don't know if our Josh Arnold was there, but I can tell you this started as an online joke when Josh Swain of Tucson, Arizona, sent a tweet challenging anyone with the same first name to fight over it using pool noodles. As the idea spread, Swain made it into a real event last year, inviting people to Lincoln, the city that matches the random geo-coordinates in his original tweet. This year, many competitors stepped up their game by wearing costumes like masks, animal suits, and football uniforms, but no one could dethrone 5-year-old Josh Vinson, who defended the title. Last year, he was number one as well. The battle did raise nearly $21,000 for a local children's hospital in Omaha. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
The Bob and Tom Show now presents The Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Hello again, everybody. This is ex-attorney Jack Thomas. You know, I got a lot of mail here at the ex-law office, and today, let's open a letter. Well, this comes from young Davy Radonovich of Kokomo, Indiana. He asks, what is the difference between slander and libel? Well, what kind of idiotic, stupid question is that? What kind of little pea-brain moron would write me? I think if I were you, little Davy, I'd worry more about inbreeding than I would about the law. Davy, that was slander. If I would have written it down, it would have been libel.
This has been The Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there?
Uh-huh.
And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Friday.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's a show. It's a presentation. There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Howdy, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hi.
Hi. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
None the worse for wear after being on the road this weekend. A successful show with he and Josh.
We had so much fun up there. Thank y'all.
Man, oh man.
How was the drive?
Beautiful country.
Oh, yeah. Great drive.
Yeah.
Easy. Me and Josh hanging out, listening to music. Good time.
Every picture I saw that at least Josh posted, well, you too, Willie, had, 80 chicken wings in the picture.
We had our fill at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo.
Good choice.
Delicious.
Yes. A lot of great people came out to the show, Tom. In fact, some of your favorite people, dairy farmers, came out and gave you a little gift there.
Did they bring
you can open that at your, they're from Entwistle Farms. Lovely people. Thank you so much.
John Entwistle Farms?
Steve.
Okay. Mr. Godwin.
Yes.
How about a song?
Okay.
Once again, your album #1. It's called Captured Live.
But first, here's how Pat Godwin ruined my life.
Uh-oh.
Dear idiots, my wife and I went to a great concert at Red Rocks in Denver a week ago.
My wife.
As I was reading the wall of artists to play the venue, I landed on John Denver. My wife didn't understand why I kept laughing for over an hour as I tried to explain the lady on the bus and Pat Godwin and, oh, look, it's John Denver.
Tell the story, Pat.
I really couldn't.
Well, I was 20 years old, leaving for Los Angeles from South Bend, Indiana. I just started playing guitar, and I was carrying the guitar around proudly.
On your way to enter the world of show business.
Yeah, fulfill your dreams.
3 days on a bus. Back in those days, they smoked in the buses. So I get to South Bend. My mommy dropped me off. The bus was packed. I kissed my mom goodbye. I walked up to the bus. The bus driver opened the door. I walk up the stairs with my guitar, and a lady in the back goes, "Hey, look, it's John Denver." She got a huge laugh.
It killed.
So was she aware of how cutting that remark might be?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that was the beginning of your show business career.
The absolute beginning. And the reason why I hate carrying guitar cases.
Wow. Okay. Well, I was thinking about this letter we got from Miss Anonymous about on her girls' weekend at the casino.
Mm-hmm.
And they go in the bathroom, and her one girlfriend goes, "I lost my gum," and then an hour later goes back to the bathroom and finds out that it's lodged in her pubic hair. I wonder what year this happened.
Yeah, no joke.
Oh, who would have thought that pubic hair dates you?
Well, I mean, maybe it's just like an airstrip or a design or.
Well, I've also told you that it's coming back.
I hope not.
Or a landing strip.
It doesn't matter for you.
I hope not. Ew.
What?
Yeah, the hair. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Yeah.
Why are you so concerned with everyone else's genitals and what's around it?
No. It's not that. It's hair in general.
Oh.
Hair pisses him off.
Yeah.
You think that's what it is? He doesn't have it off top, so no one else can have it down here.
It's a simple theory, but wrong. Right. Okay, Pat, so let's hear something from the #1 comedy album being streamed right now.
Okay, this is called Mom's Little Secret. My mom was involved in politics in the 60s. This is based on a truth. She raised me right, made me apple pie. When I went off to camp, there was a tear in her eye. I thought I knew my mother well, but I don't know her at all. Her little secret is out today. It took all this time for her to say, Mom went all the way with JFK. He was one of our presidents many, many years ago. He had a bad back, so they took it slow. Mom went all the way with JFK. All the way with JFK. All right. Well, she was just 18, on an internship with no typing skills and bad penmanship. She took his dictation while he was on the phone. She said he asked not what your country can do. Then he asked me, and now there's you. Mom went all the way. At least it wasn't LBJ. Yet another president. Mom went all the way with JFK. And Uncle Uncle Bobby later that same day. Some say MLK. All the way with JFK.
I like the additional background information for those not familiar with who JFK and LBJ
That's
are.
why you have to sing it now.
Jack, Bobby, and MLK.
Have we? Are we doing the initial thing anymore?
Wait, I don't think so.
I mean, because you had with the W, and I mean they don't. Who's the last? Eisenhower was Ike.
It wouldn't go B.O.
Yes, I'm sure President Obama would not particularly care for that.
No.
Hey, where's B.O.? Armpits, pal. Well, just like everybody else.
JB, Joe Biden.
Yeah.
But he's not.
DT.
DT.
No, but no one calls him that.
No. No, that's true.
Okay, well, so thanks for the explanations there.
Does your mom like that song?
No.
Well, that's funny. There's a lot of
That
truth.
is funny.
A lot of my favorite line is the Uncle Bobby line. Sorry. Well, we were visiting the sports page. We had a lot going on over there.
Yes, we did. NBA playoffs. Golden State holds a 3-0 lead. They beat Dallas again last night in the city where JFK is not unfamiliar with a plaza there. Golden State 109, Dallas 100. And NHL winners last night, Tampa Bay, the Rangers, and Edmonton. And a mixed martial artist, an MMA fighter, stopped a man apparently fighting with the Porter County Sheriff's Office in northern Indiana, but said the incident did not faze him. Valparaiso, Indiana resident William Cassidy rushed over to assist Patrolman Jamison Smith. And Cassidy is an experienced fighter and has a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He admitted, yes, those did come in handy during the confrontation. MMA is described as a full-contact combat sport involving different techniques and skills from other combat sports.
I don't understand what's going on
that
here.
are used. The patrolman was in trouble, and the MMA fighter came over and assisted. He saw the man swinging at the cop, Cassidy explained, and he aided him immediately and went over with one punch and then choked out the man.
Wow.
And he went to sleep. You know, that's the thing, Tom. I could choke you out. I could grab right there and just put it in. You go, no, don't. And you submit. And I'd have you right. Not that I've gone over it a million. And it was Cap Day in Major League Baseball at Philadelphia. At least for one Philly fan, it was really Cap Day against the Padres. Keith McGuire Jr. attended the game with his buddies, but realized he had no Phillies gear on, so he stopped at a souvenir stand and bought a hat he liked, but it really wasn't the one. It caught the eye of Phil's star Bryce Harper, who spotted the hat from the dugout and asked for it. McGuire turned over the cap, and in return, Harper autographed his hat that he was wearing and handed it to the kid.
That is a good deal, man.
And, the swap took place. After the game, Harper said he liked the cap and offered it as a trade. McGuire says of the experience, it was so random, it was awesome. I can't wait to sell it and get thousands of dollars for it on eBay.
Oh, well, I hope you would keep it, but I don't know.
Was this a kid?
Yeah.
I mean, a little kid?
I don't know what his age was, but Keith McGuire Jr., he's a junior. Mm-hmm. You know, he's a 38-year-old stockbroker, Tom. Good question, though. Great question.
I don't know.
Great
He
question.
could be. I
Well,
have no idea.
This is one of those.
Broadcast ethics. When you don't ask a coworker.
I was trying
That's
to
a good job, Tom. always a good job from you. And finally, here I'll have his undenying cooperation.
Stupid world record.
Is that right? Yeah. Students at an Indiana high school have attempted the Guinness World Record for the largest game of Duck, Duck, Goose.
Wow.
How do you play it again?
Yeah, everybody sits in a circle.
Yeah.
Right.
And one person walks around that circle, the outside of it, and taps on their heads. All the kids in the circle have their eyes closed.
Mm-hmm.
And so the one person taps on their head and says, duck, 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 as they go around.
And then when you say goose,
they have to get up and chase you.
Yes.
Okay. And if they catch you, then you sit down.
Then you're out.
Oh, no.
Then you're out?
If they catch you, then you're still the duck, duck, gooser.
Mm-hmm.
But
I haven't played in quite a while.
Yeah, I'm sure you
I thought you
haven't.
were out then.
Maybe you are. I haven't played in quite a while either. I just know that's
I don't think I've
that's
ever
the basic premise.
We don't have enough to play here.
So how many were playing Duck, Duck, Goose?
Over 2,000 students from 3 high schools came together at Terre Haute South.
So you've got to run a mini marathon then.
To participate in the record attempt. The record to beat, by the way, 2,135. School officials say the game had to last for at least 16 minutes to conform with rules set by Guinness World Records.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
Again, that's a long way around. I haven't played in so long, I don't even remember how to play. Someone please
I did a
explain it to
decent. Somebody please explain it to me. He just said.
Yeah,
After
and
I
you did.
just did.
Yeah,
But then if you're
See,
if
this
you're
is the thing he does.
if you're tagged, are you out?
Oh, I don't remember
Ask
that
it
one
again.
aspect.
Ask again. If you get tagged, are you out? Ask again.
You know what? We'll have somebody put Google on that computer for you.
How to play Duck, Duck, Goose.
Well, we don't have to read it right now.
Oh, now he doesn't want to know.
If you get home,
the man's impossible.
I wish I was stuck in a car
If you
again.
get tagged, are you out?
Idiot. Is it like musical chairs? Is
The
my
goal
question.
is to tap the person before they're able to sit down in the goose's spot.
And then
so
they
if
become-
you tap them, they're out. If they get to sit down, then
But
they're
if they get
still in the
around to
game.
where the goose was sitting, they're
Right.
You're
They're still in.
You're out.
Is this professional Duck, Duck, Goose?
Oh, good question.
Jesus.
Another great follow.
If you are having a rough time like I am this morning,
are you?
Constantly being attacked, can't get a sentence out. You need a nice package when you get home from Bespoke Post. It's the Box of Awesome. Tell me about it, chick.
Well, Bespoke Post has partnered with small businesses and emerging brands from everywhere. No matter what you have going on this season, it's summertime, maybe grilling, maybe camping, maybe canoeing. Maybe you're fixing up your car. Maybe you need some new car wax. I got a jar of car wax in my latest Bespoke Post package. How about that? To get started, all you do is take the quiz at boxofawesome.com, and Josh did that. And what was your latest box?
Well, let me tell you about the Carnivore.
What's that?
The American barbecue rub in the Carnivore box is made by the Great American Spice Company in Rockford, Michigan.
Hot dog. That sounds, you maybe be able to put it on a hot dog, right?
Sure.
Right, Christy?
Yeah, Box of Awesome has everything you need for an awesome summer. Just check it out. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. Plus, with each Box of Awesome, they're supporting small businesses. 90% of everything that comes in your Box of Awesome is from a small up-and-coming brand. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code Bob and Tom at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code Bob and Tom for 20% off your first box.
I got the Duck, Duck, Goose rules. They're very complicated.
Jesus Christ, I just read them.
No, but you didn't have it right. When we come back.
Oh, no, he's going to find it that it fits his definition. We'll be back.
No, official rules here.
More sports
Duck,
coming
Duck,
up.
Goose International Association.
I'm going to do everything I can to stop this from happening.
We'll be
No
right
more
back.
Duck, Duck,
It's
Goose.
the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Rolling through a Monday morning with you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Chick McGee speaking. Chick McGee out today. But don't worry, he'll be back. He's just taking an extra day because, you know, he's got to work this weekend on Sunday. It's going to be the Indianapolis 500 race morning preview race show right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Can't wait. You got Carb Day on Friday, race day on Sunday. Oh, we can barely get through the week. We're so excited, but we will get through the week, and we'll do it with you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Justin Thomas has captured the PGA Championship for the second time in 5 years. Thomas stormed back from 7 shots back to win the second major of the season in a 3-hole playoff with Will Zalatoris. Thomas birdied the first 2 playoff holes and closed with a par. Mito Pereira squandered a 1-shot lead on the 18th when he drove into the creek off the tee and made double bogey. Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins carried the Golden State Warriors to a 109-100 victory and a 3-0 lead over the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA's Western Conference Finals. Curry delivered 31 points, 11 assists, 5 boards for Golden State, which pulled away in the third quarter. Wiggins added 27 points, grabbed 11 boards. The Mavs lost despite Luka Doncic, who pumped in 40 points and had 11 boards. The New York Rangers within 2-1 in their second-round series with the Carolina Hurricanes after earning a 3-1 win at Madison Square Garden. Tampa Bay Lightning up 3-0 in their Stanley Cup second-round series following a 5-1 win over the Florida Panthers. And Evander Kane had a hat trick in the second period. The Edmonton Oilers took a 2-1 lead in their Stanley Cup second-round series with a 4-1 win over the Calgary Flames. We'll have a quiz coming up for you next hour on all that information. But for now, that's a look at your sports update on the Bob and Tom Show.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jeff Rothpan here in the studio with us.
When I was a kid, all these other kids got to go to the Barnum and Bailey Circus, and I remember begging my dad, please, I want to go. All the other kids are going. He said, no, we just can't afford it. Tickets are expensive. He ended up taking us to this Bob Circus. It was actually called, no, this is true.
Bob Circus.
Yeah, and it was in a mall parking lot. And what a difference. I remember the guy yelling, and now huge midgets. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, there was just one after another. The bearded man. I think they actually had the talking mute. Hi! Man, what the hell is this?
How does he do it?
He's amazing. He's a mute, yet he speaks.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like bug, some like Schmitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Dean, I am so hungry.
Oh, you want to go get some breakfast, Tom?
I guess. Is there a place we can go that has flat-chested waitresses and really baggy clothing?
I don't think so.
Think again, Dean. Guys, if you've been longing to have breakfast surrounded by flat-chested women in baggy clothing, then you'll want to visit the all-new breakfast restaurant, Pancake Hooters. At Pancake Hooters, you won't be bothered by waitresses who accidentally dip their large bosoms into your maple syrup or who break the yolk of your egg while bending over the table to pour your coffee. Pancake Hooters only hires women with prepubescent builds, so you won't be distracted by massive memories while trying to finish off your breakfast in time to get to work.
Wow, what a great breakfast.
Sure was, Tom. And I was able to eat my waffle while it was still warm because I wasn't busy staring at gargantuan tatas.
And you didn't slobber in your coffee either.
And guys, if you're in a real hurry, be sure and take advantage of our flat as a smorgasbord breakfast buffet. Why not try Pancake Hooters today? You'll see why our hardline policy with our waitress staff is, it's either 32A or the highway. Pancake Hooters.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
There are water shortages in Nairobi after floods tore through a dam. Apparently, someone aggravated the god of irony. 5 ounces of crack cocaine were found in a toddler's diaper. Cops became suspicious when the combination of the two smells made the drug dog pee himself with excitement.
Yeah, dogs love diapers.
They
That's
do.
True.
Corporate sponsors are finally signing up with the International Gay Rodeo Association. The odd thing about a gay rodeo, after the long weekend, you never know exactly why your ass is sore.
Really? So, Mark, you're a single guy.
Yeah, I tell you, though, it's tough because I got these neighbors behind me.
Really?
My neighbor, Gail, very...
Gail?
Gail is a woman who just moved. Her bedroom wall is right behind mine, and she has a new boyfriend. And I found this out. His name is...
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom 20.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
Hey, Pat. There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, Josh. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I know that because it says Willie, right there.
On my Entwistle Farm shirts. I think we all have one of these.
Nice.
Yeah, those folks were the coolest, man.
Excellent. I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk, and we have a new feature coming up. And here's Tom.
Entwistle Farms providing America's cream for America's coffee.
That's right, man.
Perhaps it's Columbia's coffee, but
You'll
the cream
cream
is Go USA.
You'll cream over Entwistle Cream.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not their slogan.
Oh, it should be.
Yeah, of course. John Entwistle from The Who, The Ox.
The Ox.
Right?
How is it you specialize in nicknames and band names that no one else has ever heard of but you?
You knew that, didn't you?
The Sabs. Yeah. Well, okay, I stand Ace.
I thought,
All right.
I thought Luke was the ox.
Now, coming up.
Are you ready for a new feature?
Oh, we have a new feature?
It's time for
Leave It to Beaver.
Or At Home with the Griswolds.
Starring Barbara Billingsley, Hugh Beaumont, Tony Dow,
Willie Griswold,
Jerry Mathers as the Beaver.
Hi again. There he is. Now, Willie has a question for his father. Go ahead.
What do I have a question about? What are you doing?
Join us again next time for Just laying the foundation. Just laying the foundation.
Oh, just laying. Oh, I thought I had to have something.
No.
I got a lot of questions.
You didn't have to have something. It just would have helped.
I thought it was like a thing.
Maybe a little prep would have been valuable.
I sprung it on you. It's fine. We'll come back to it.
Hey, buddy, I got some questions.
I know you do.
Right now.
You do.
Oh, wait, there's the phone.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
This is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Helen Highwater. And this is some other news. Well, this just in from the Associated Press. Doja Cat has canceled all of her concert dates after revealing that due to excessive vaping, her tonsils are now infected. This reporter must admit the only words in that sentence I understand are tonsils and infected. You know, if it were up to me, I would have put my money on Doja Cat canceling her dates due to excessive fleas. I wonder if she keeps a litter box on her tour bus or if she just flings it out the window. Well, comedian Pete Davidson bid farewell to Saturday Night Live this weekend. He received an emotional send-off from an appreciative audience when he made his final appearance on Weekend Update. Davidson said he decided to leave the late-night show when, after watching reruns of SNL, he realized he has no actual talent. That and to spend more time vigorously rogering Kanye West's baby mama. One mystery of the contentious Johnny Depp and Amber Heard celebrity trial was settled this week. Beloved actress Julie Andrews came forward and admitted that it was actually she who dropped that deuce in Johnny Depp's bed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Mary Poopins.
Her only excuse was that she was tipsy on cooking sherry and that she was pleased to have a relatively solid stool for a change. That is, she said, one of her favorite things.
I see. A rare treat.
We could do this for a while. High in the bed is a lonely goat turd. The bed is alive with the sound of...
Thanks, Dick. Don't add
a deuce, a female deuce. Okay. This is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Helen Highwater, and this is some other news.
D, a deuce, a female deuce.
Okay, now we did have in sports, our last sports story was about a world record in the game Duck, Duck, Goose, and I honestly have forgotten how to play. I did find the international rules.
Son of a...
Oh, God.
Oh, all right.
So you walk around the circle.
Can you imagine if I would have presented him with the Duck, Duck, Goose story?
You read the story. I asked you what the rules were, and you didn't know.
Well, you should have known.
So you go Duck, Duck. When you finally say Goose, that person has to chase you.
Right. Exactly what Josh said.
Yes.
Okay. But then do you know what happens if they catch you?
Yes.
What?
You have to keep being Duck, Duck, Gooser.
You have to go sit in the middle of the circle.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
That's not how we play.
No, that's not right.
No, I don't know if
it's according to the international rules here. If they do catch the person who is the person tagged has to sit in the center of the circle.
He is looking at a Word document that has clip art on the top.
I vaguely remember sitting.
It looks
in the,
like it was made by a 5th grader.
and then everybody who gets tagged sits in this, and the game's not over until there's one person left.
Do you get $200 for pass and go? Anything about that?
No. I'm sure there are various
different rules.
Versions. I know Australian rules, duck, duck, goose. Yeah. You get viciously tackled by an adult.
You're looking at this document like it's a legal document. It's written in Comic Sans, Dad. You need to realize this is crazy.
Okay,
you know the most dangerous thing about the internet is the thing that he embraces the most. You can verify any crackpot theory on the internet.
Oh yeah.
If you look long enough, you'll find it.
Yeah, you want to look at Timothy Chalamet's Godzilla?
Yeah,
It's on
there it is.
Well, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Is that sports?
Yeah, I've got it. Oh, Jadeveon Clowney has signed with the Cleveland Browns, and word on the street is the NFL owners want to force Dan Snyder out as owner of the Commanders, but it's the old glass houses thing. There are many NFL owners that are doing just as horribly a job as Dan is, and maybe even worse.
Does Dan know where the bodies are buried?
Well,
Can he go, go ahead, try to oust me.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on how he wants to hang in there.
Well, think those owners don't talk?
For instance, the Dallas Cowboys, and there were upskirt photos taken of the owner's daughter, and that's just for openers that we could talk about. But,
by
one of the general managers of the Cowboys.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yes, I had this story a month ago.
We did the story
a month ago.
And allegedly, wasn't it? Dan Snyder's it's been alleged that he had photographers take extra photos and footage
of the cheerleader,
and then edit them together in a movie type thing. That
and remember, Snyder wanted his favorite music as the soundtrack,
right?
And he chose it
allegedly.
Yeah, these are all alleged stories.
What about the Indy 500 qualifying?
Got it right here.
Would you ever take an upskirt photo, Tom? Would you think about that?
Tom?
Yes, I do it every day when I'm not here.
No wonder you're so busy.
I have mirrors on my shoes.
I know there was a lot of controversy, but it was kind of an exciting day at the Speedway yesterday with the new qualifying format.
A friend of the show, Scott Dixon, is out front for the poll for the 106th running of the Indianapolis 500 special edition of this show coming up Friday. The event is called Carb Day. We'll be at our top secret location. We've actually announced where it is now. Right across from the start-finish line on Georgetown Road, the famous Georgetown Road. And we will hope to see many of you there. Coming up on Friday with Duke Tomato and the Power Trio and some other special guests, including actor Drew Powell will be joining us. And it should be a lot of fun. I'm sure we'll get a couple of drivers over there. I know Al Unser Jr. will be joining us. So race fans, be sure to tune in. Coming up on Friday morning, congratulations again to Scott Dixon and the Chip Ganassi Racing team. We'll hear more about that throughout the week as we get ready for the 106th running of the Indy 500. But right now, I believe that is sports.
Yeah.
Hey, Rocky, this is what you farted for.
Christy!
Thank you, Chick.
You're welcome.
Last week, the Bank of Zambia, the country's central bank, disclosed that recent technological outages resulted from a cyber attack. Secure in the knowledge that their core data was protected, the bank representative sent the image of a male penis to the online attackers, along with a message telling the hackers to, quote-unquote, suck this.
I'm surprised. I would think in Zambia, when the power goes out, you go, well, we do live in Zambia.
That's a baller move,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Suck this.
Yeah, that's. I read deeper into the article, and that's kind of ballsy.
Sure.
To go after the hackers and, I guess what am I saying? I didn't mean it that way. It is kind of ballsy, but
kind of shafty, maybe.
Member FDICK, the Bank of Zambia. Okay, what else is happening over there, Christy Lee?
Researchers are discovering what the builders of Stonehenge like to eat by analyzing ancient feces. According to CNN,
where this story was dug up. Yeah,
several pieces of fossilized droppings called coprolites Is that right?
Makes sense.
I think coprolites hang from the top.
That's right.
Of the cake.
Coprolags.
I thought that was like the Diet Capri Sun. There was Capri Sun and Copper Lights.
It does sound like a it does sound like a beverage.
Yeah.
Hey, Coprolite.
Unearthed from a trash heap at a settlement known as Durrington Walls. The 5 pieces of poop from 1 human and 4 dogs were found to contain the eggs of parasitic worms. The presence of capillarid worms indicates the person had eaten the raw or undercooked lungs or liver of an infected animal. Study co-author, boy, this guy's got to be fun at cocktail parties. Mike Parker Pearson said pork and beef were spit roasted or boiled in clay pots, but it looks as if offal wasn't always so well cooked. Offal?
Yeah.
I've never seen the word before in my life. Research was published in the journal Parasitology.
You don't read that?
No, I don't. So the builders of Stonehenge ate meat. Well,
No, but undercooked apparently.
well, I mean, that's going to happen.
Yeah. And I've always do they know if the folks that built that were volunteers, if you will?
They were aliens. We all know they were aliens.
I mean, were they?
Thank you, Kristen.
God.
She's right. I think she's right.
I don't know where they got this poop from.
I
but
just think that Willie's right. Coprolite does sound like sugar-free Capri Sun. It is an odd word.
There can't be anything better tasting than Copra. What about Copra Light?
Less filling.
Yeah.
Tastes pissy. They were able to distinguish the dog.
from the human. Yeah.
It's pretty
How about
amazing.
that?
I mean,
I can do that.
but yours isn't 1,000 years old.
Well, no, they found pieces of a slipper in the dog.
right.
Is that a remote control?
Yeah,
My
remote
goodness.
control. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, dog things. Okay.
Right.
What else is going on?
Eastern Washington University and the No Lee Brewhouse of Spokane will create the school's first professional certificate program for the craft beer industry.
Cool.
The 15-credit program begins in the fall. No Lee Brewhouse owners John and Cindy Bryant
15 credits.
donated $10,000 to help launch.
I did that a
certificate
semester.
program.
No, Josh, I know back in your day, the way you drank, you probably should have gotten some credits. If not, if it wasn't your major, it certainly was your minor.
I mean, this is one semester.
Is that
John
where we
Bryant
are?
told us-
Complaining about credits? Is that where we
Spokesman
are?
Review. It's going to provide living wage jobs and great career opportunities.
Check, lead this conversation to those of us who have graduated from college.
No, I think
When he's right, when he's right, he's right.
There are more than 64 breweries located within 100 miles of Spokane, and demand is increasing for
I
jobs in the craft beer industry.
I am with Willie. I think this is a cool program,
it's a
and
great program.
I'm surprised it's just now happening.
And I was just reading. I think it's great, but I was reading about it, and here we go. I've got some of the. This is from the syllabus. Step 1: get some unique and distracting facial hair.
Sure.
Step 2: always wear your hat backwards, even when outside and the sun is shining in your eyes. Come up with wacky beer names.
Oh,
like Smooth Hopperator.
Love it.
Or For Richer or Porter.
I love both. Also,
I always think it's funny. You can't tell if it's a craft beer or a horse running in the Kentucky Derby.
What about shouldn't Sir Dude the party night teach this course?
Oh.
No, we should explain. Sir Dude, you'd have to drink how many beers?
12. A 12 pack.
And then you would turn the cardboard box into Sir Dude's helmet.
Right. And that's one of the important things. I can't just drink 12 beers. It all has to be from that one 12 pack.
But these are typically 12 light beers because the craft beers, some of those IPAs, you drink 12 of those things, you're in the hospital.
Yeah, I don't think you would see, if it was, those 6%ers, no.
But this is when you were in the fraternity, tap a keg of Schlitz. Well, even when I was a kid.
I've never heard tap a keg of Schlitz. I
like how it's
very good.
When I was a kid, and there were all those beer commercials, even as a little boy, I thought the name Schlitz was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, also, you don't see it around anymore, so that joke has like an expiration date, which I think is very funny.
Didn't they? Somebody had look.
This isn't good.
This is great tasting beer, but can we name it something?
I meant to pick up some Utica Club this weekend. We were up in New York, and have you had the Utica Club?
No.
Boy, oh boy, just one of
What's
those beers that went away and then it came back. And
do you know the ABV
Jonathan,
by chance?
I don't. Jonathan Winters used to do the ads for him.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. You look him on YouTube.
I think it's great, though, that this college is actually teaching, how to make craft beers. And we had God, where was it? Was it in Canada where they had the actual university course in growing marijuana? Because, again, a huge industry.
Sure.
Totally legit.
Yeah. A lot of economics involved, a lot of, marketing.
Yeah,
and there's, what is it in Baltimore? Johns Hopkins.
That's just silly.
I bet this college that has the beer course football team sucks, but boy, those pregame tailgate parties are awesome.
Oh my Lord! This Utica Club is calling my name. They have a Utica Club Clouded Dream beer.
Yeah.
That's 9% ABV.
Oh, boy. UC knows what they're doing.
Here, that'll cause a clouded dream, all right.
I wish there were like a tailgating state championship.
Oh,
God. What college is most known for their tailgating parties?
All of them?
Sure.
Wisconsin?
I bet one is just, though, insane.
Well, isn't
the Buffalo Bills, if you will.
I was just going to say, on a professional level, the Bills are famous. What's that called? The thing where they pour the booze down the back?
Butt chugging?
Butt luge.
That's the luge, yeah.
Butt chugging.
So does the explain exactly how this works again, Christy?
I'm not familiar with it.
So a woman will typically...
Does it have to be a woman?
No, it doesn't.
So it could
but
be
in the videos we've seen, she's standing with her back arched.
Looking over her shoulder.
Yeah, and they pour the liquor down the spine of her back, and then it goes down and through the ass crack, and then...
Has she got no pants
Not
on?
all the way through. I mean...
Does she have a thong on or no pants?
I don't know.
Dealer's choice.
If she had a thong on, it would ruin the whole thing.
Yeah, you think it would just soak up kind of and drip as opposed to pour into the...
Christy, like, as usual, ruining everything.
Yeah, with the question. Yeah.
Christy, I think it's fun. It's like it's
with a damn
marinated.
question.
You know what, Christy? No matter how you want to do it. That's fine with me.
Yeah, we could do that here. In fact, we could do it with non-alcoholic beverages so you wouldn't be offended. Hey, did you hear in the Bob and Tom show this morning? They were butt-losing Diet Pepsi.
This Pepsi's sticky.
Guess what Utica Club has, Tom?
We tried Mountain Dew, but the visual
What
was...
flavor beer is that?
S'more Lager.
S'more Lager.
That'd be great.
You got your marshmallow and your chocolate and your graham cracker.
The other great thing about these craft beers is the art.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We've kind of lost in the world of records and recordings and tapes and now all downloads. You lose that great album art.
Right.
But one of the places they've brought it back is the labels of craft beer. There's a place I go. They've got this just all over the walls, these beautiful craft beers with fun names and a real variety of great looking art. Speaking of great art,
yes.
Coming up, we have, let me see, anything artful at all here? No, not. Oh, yeah, we do. We have a really cool Mercedes-Benz going for millions of dollars.
Wow.
We have two Mercedes stories today. We also have a James Bond type Mercedes-Benz in the news with the flipping license plate.
Love it. I've always wanted one of those.
Well, it's highly illegal, apparently.
I don't care.
And my favorite story involves a guy with an ape mask robbing a laundromat with his girlfriend.
That never works.
Who fails to wear a mask, thus they have been caught. You idiots. We'll find out about that and many more things. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jim Gaffigan joins us in the studio, a family man, a clean liver. Now, when you're on stage, Jim, you don't do a blue kind of show, do you?
I'm very clean and kind of, I talk about cake for like an hour because, cake's an important topic.
Cake, tell me about cake.
Well, there's a lot of different. Cake's a powerful food. Cake can actually bring people together. It's Bill's birthday. Yeah, I hate that guy. There's cake in the conference room. Well, I should say hello.
Who am I to pass judgment on him?
It's his big day. There's so many types of cake. There's rum cake, which makes sense because we've all been eating cake and thought, this needs booze. Shot of liquor. I don't have time to eat and drink. There's fruit cake. That's a bit of a disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think that would be better. Fruit, good.
Right.
Cake, great.
Right.
Fruit cake, nasty crap.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you tried fruit cake? I don't even think that's fruit in there. You're like, when is that, a Skittle?
Hey man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Hey, don't forget about Bob and Tom tonight. Coming up tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Head on over there, click that red subscribe button if you haven't already, and join over 100,000 other Bob and Tom fans from around the world who tune in each and every night for Bob and Tom Tonight. Think I'm kidding? I'm not. It's a lot of fun. We can track who's watching and who's not. As a matter of fact, we're tracking you right now. That's not true. That's fake. That's fake news. But what you do need to know is Bob and Tom Tonight is at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Bob and Tom's YouTube channel, our Facebook page. Check out bobandtom.com for details. It's pretty simple. It's a lot of fun, and you should check it out. Bob and Tom Tonight.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Entertainment News Desk. Kate Mckinnon and Pete Davidson are among those departing from Saturday Night Live, leaving the sketch institution without arguably its two most famous names after Saturday's finale of its 47th season. The 38-year-old Mckinnon won 2 Emmys in her 10 seasons on the show, during which her impressions included Hillary Clinton and former Attorney General Jeff Sessions. The 28-year-old Davidson joined the cast in 2014 and has appeared in 8 seasons and now is known as Mrs. Kardashian. And Colin Cantwell, the man who designed the spacecraft in the Star Wars films, has died. He was 90. His partner confirmed Cantwell died at his home in Colorado Saturday. Cantwell designed the prototypes for the X-Wing Starfighter, the TIE Fighter, and Death Star. He also worked on films including 2001: A Space Odyssey, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and War Games. And speaking of the movies, Doctor Strange and his multiverse got to linger a little longer atop the weekend box office, while Tom Cruise waits in the wings. Marvel's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was the #1 film this weekend for the 3rd straight week. Downton Abbey: A New Era made a strong showing in second, but hang on to your fighter jets. Next week, Top Gun Maverick arrives on a wave of hype for Memorial Day weekend. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
What are you selling, Joe?
I'll bring my koozies, my beverage koozies.
What do they say?
Funny things. Honestly, they just wouldn't make sense if I said them now.
Oh, okay.
You have to listen to
I'll
my act.
listen to you. It's a part of the shtick.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Listen to your act.
Those little skits you do?
Boy, I may just quit.
I was just going to say, you've given this comedy thing a good run.
You gave it a shot.
Now, weren't we looking at the managerial program at Macy's for him? I think we were.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
You know, when Esther and I had a big family, we hardly had any time for ourselves, you know. If I could ever just get through the newspaper one time without the kids interrupting, it was a miracle. They always wanted to go somewhere and do something. Well, of course, they're all grown up now, and Esther's dead. I just wish they'd call, just every now and then, just pick up the phone and say, "Hi, Granddad. How are you?" Well, they never call anymore. In fact, they never come by. I'd just like to see my little daughter, Lucy. Sometimes she just brings kids over. And Tommy, my son, he never comes over. Heck, I'm just sitting here all alone, waiting for the phone to ring. The mail never comes. I never get any mail. Nobody ever calls me. It's just a terrible thing. That's the way it is, I guess. I'll just keep watching these old soap operas and hope that things get better.
The telephone. When it rings, answer it.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 hours. No, 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time and saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Shut up.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. Pat Godwin at the performance room. There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Howdy.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. He's also got that Omaha Steak joke of the day. He's sitting right on it. There's Willie Griswold.
Morning, Chick.
There's Chick McGee. Well, thank you very much. And here's Tom Griswold.
Oh, no, I'm not going to take the floor right now because I can sense that it's just about to happen. Of course, I'm talking about...
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
What did the green grape say to the purple grape?
What?
Breathe.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of
Poor
the
green
day.
grape. I thought the purple grape was joking.
That's so sad.
Boy, he wrote that one all right.
I like that one.
I like that very much,
I
Ace.
did too. That was cute.
Thank you. Now we return to
wrong
the...
with you people?
Well,
okay, we have to find a way to talk about what just happened on the air. Off the air. We have to.
What do you mean?
With the on-air lights and things.
Oh.
Now, there's been a problem lately because Tom has I'll let the listeners decide.
No sense of time?
What do you think's happening when someone's late as the commercials are playing and we're going back on the air? Who do you think's late the most? I would say I'm second. But Tom is...
No.
You're number one.
Not at all.
You're a
Not
liar.
at all.
Yeah, you are. It's 100% you, Dad.
So he had a light put up in the hallway.
Which had always been there.
No, it was hidden behind the door.
And it's hidden behind the door that you insist on keeping open.
You, lunatic, we're in a soundproof studio, but you insist on keeping the door open, which hides the air light.
I like having the door open, too.
Shut up.
I do.
We don't need this right now.
If we want anybody's ass kissed, we'll talk to you.
I'm not kissing ass.
Let's stay on task, Josh.
So then you insisted on putting a light up above the door so you can see it even with the door
That way,
shut.
when you guys are gabbing in the hallway, the light pops on you.
Yeah,
You have to get your ass in
We are
here.
gabbing. You're not yelling about whatever.
And you should have put a light in the green room.
Well, that's next. I just have to. Eddie's busy doing other things. As soon as he gets some free
All right,
time.
Tom, I will admit sometimes we are late coming back. Would you like to know why?
Yes, I would.
Tell him, Josh.
We don't care to be in here.
In the green room.
Wait a minute.
In the green room, there's food.
I have a mortgage. I care to be
There's
here.
food and drinks and peanuts and all sorts of things. And then here is pain.
Today we have pasta.
I can take away your pain.
And blatant hostility.
We had a news story out of Eastern Washington University. They've hooked up with the No Lie Brew House in Spokane, and this is great. They've got a special program. They're going to be helping men and women learn how to become craft brewers. This is, I think, a very interesting story. But I was thinking about one of the craft beers that this show made famous. One of the great beers, because we were talking about Schlitz.
Yes.
Of course, there's a beer somewhat similar to that, and well, this is it.
Hey, beer drinkers. Do you find that your beer not only fills you up, it binds you up? You need a beer that will help you loosen up. Introducing the beer that not only tastes great, it packs a mega high fiber wallop. It's the first beer that's also a laxative. We call it Shats.
Oh, God. That's it.
S-H-A-T apostrophe S. Shats.
All the cats tip their hats to the man who's drinking Shats, the man who needs some fiber in his brew. Shats beer. When all is said and done, we're not yet number one, but Shats is always number two.
Hi, I'm Phil Throne from the Schatz Brewing Company. Pour yourself a Schatz and see why it's making a splash all over the country. Schatz, the laxative beer. Schatz is brewed with the highest quality hops and barley. Then we add our secret ingredient, whole kernel corn. Not too much, just a pinch. Every Schatz beer is fortified with 12 essential vitamins, so you're always guaranteed a good, healthy Schatz. Schatz is available in the 6-ounce little squirt or the 64-ounce big lager. And every Schatz is tapered at one end, so your can won't slam shut. We here at Schatz are saddened by the recent passing of Adolf Schatt, founder of the Schatt Family Brewery, better known as the Old Brick Schatt House. In fact, Adolf loved his beer so much, his last wish was to be interred in a giant vat of Schatz. So come on, when it's time to take a load off, crack open a Schatz.
You will say hooray, cause relief is on its way. No more irregularity for you. Schatz beer. Give a Schatz a pop, and soon you'll hear a plop. Schatz is nature's perfect brew. Schatz.
Don't just take any beer. Take a Schatz. And for you teetotalers, try our new high-fiber non-alcoholic beer. We call it O-Stools. O-Stools. Sample one today. And don't forget Schatz Light, Schatz Dark, and for those with diverticulitis, proctitis, and polyposis, doctors direct them to try new Schatz Red. Schatz Beer, a division of Friggamel Industries, Flushing, New York.
That is disgusting.
That's hilarious. The classics.
And one of my favorites.
What's going on in that?
Take a Schatz.
Boy, you really sell it.
Oh, yeah.
Tapered at one end. That'll
like
get me.
I always like the non-alcohol version.
Very funny. Oh, stools.
If you don't like that,
I believe there was a maniac behind the glass going, more!
It's perfectly delivered. You did well.
I'm sorry. Well, Christy Lee is at the news desk. Mr. Pat Godwin is right over there. I can see him.
Hey, you.
Pat has the number one comedy album in America right now, according to the streaming chart here. Very good, Pat. It's called Captured Live. Pat also just won the International Songwriting Competition comedy song again.
Well, isn't it great to be Pat?
Everything's coming up, Godwin.
No, we're proud of you, man.
Yeah, man. It rules.
Of course.
Okay. Now, ordinarily on Mondays, we'd be getting a visit from Greg Warren. That will not be happening today.
Hard in time.
The power of prayer.
Relax.
Also, Reno Collier will not be able to visit with us today. So,
so nobody be yelling at us. All right, that's good.
Okay. We'll get to all these things coming up. Once again, a special edition of this show coming up on Friday. We will be...
you mean Fry-yay.
What is Fry-yay?
Party time.
Oh, okay. Is that a new thing?
No, we
going on for a while.
We started that last year, I think, or something like that.
We did?
I don't think we invented fry yet.
I'm pretty sure we did.
I'm pretty sure.
Can we put it to a stop?
I think you once did, and I think we will. Yeah, you did stop it.
Maybe that's why I forgot
No, it's
about
right
it.
here in my file, and I put it back. He wants to stop this, and I bring it around, and then every now and then you'll go, "Hey, that's great!" Like the third or fourth time through, you'll forget that you hated it so much.
Yeah.
That's
You still
the way-
have the poster of the cat hanging from the bar.
Hang in there, baby.
Hang in there, baby. Is that ever going to make a
Do
comeback?
you know that my mother and father had that poster like 2 feet by 3 feet on the back of their bedroom door?
Are you serious?
Hang in there, baby.
Oh, no.
Friday's coming. Yep.
Did you have the Farrah Fawcett poster with the nippleage?
I did not. I had a Rare Earth poster. I had Elton John posters. I had a Doobie Brothers poster. Chicago. I had a Chicago poster.
I had a giant Life magazine cover with the Beatles on it, but it's Los Beatles. It was from Spain or something.
Of course.
Just ran across some pictures from my high school bedroom. Guess what I had a poster of?
Please. You know something? I have a joke. I can't.
I got one too. It wasn't Kiss. Go on.
No, I can't say it.
It wasn't really just a picture of an object, really. No?
Move on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You know something? We're taking a break. I don't want to go to jail.
All
We'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. BobandTom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Are you a computer geek?
No. I see. I didn't grow up with computers. That's why children have the advantage. They slip out the womb. They're born with a password.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you look at the ultrasound, you see the sex of the child whose internet provider is going to be.
So you're an email guy then?
Oh, no. Well, I check my email. I never get real emails. They're all junk. I got a junk box, and the junk box is like, look, we don't even have time to sort out this stuff. And it's all burn DVDs, lose weight, consolidate debt, and then be like young teen sluts, whores, triple X. Thousands of it. And then I got a weird one in the middle that says, do you need a birdhouse? And I actually got that. And I'm like, who's the birdhouse guy? And then every day I get this email. Jim, do you want to enlarge your penis?
Yep.
And how did I get on the small Willy email list? That is the real question.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
You know, whenever Floyd stops his truck at the truck stops, he makes sure he's wearing his current version of the Bob and Tom Show hat so that everyone knows he's affiliated with the Bob and Tom Show as a fan and as a caller. Floyd the trucker, where did he get that Bob and Tom Show hat? Well, one spot. Treat yourself now at bobandtomstore.com. The Bob and Tom hoodies, hooded zips, collared work shirts you can get personalized with your very own name or the one you want to get the shirt for. The Bob and Tom Show hat for 2022. All in stock, all ready for you. Clothing sizes small up to 5XL. We actually always are restocking at bobandtomstore.com. So if we don't have your size, just check back in a couple of days and we'll get your size back in. Head on over to bobandtomstore.com to do your shopping. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed on this Monday morning. Kate McKinnon and Pete Davidson among those departing from Saturday Night Live, leaving the sketch institution without arguably its two most famous names after Saturday's finale of its 47th season. Adie Bryant and Kyle Mooney also leave the cast after the episode hosted by Natasha Lyonne. The 38-year-old McKinnon won 2 Emmys in her 10 seasons on the show, during which her impressions included Hillary Clinton and former Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Her comic chops with characters frequently drove castmates and hosts to lose it live on the air. The 28-year-old Davidson joined the cast in 2014 and has appeared in 8 seasons. Meanwhile, Afghanistan's Taliban rulers have begun enforcing an order requiring all female TV news anchors in the country to cover their faces while on air. The move Sunday, part of a hardline shift drawing condemnation from rights activists. After the order announced Thursday, only a handful of news outlets complied with the order, but on Sunday, most female anchors were seen with their faces covered after the Taliban's Vice and Virtue Ministry began enforcing the order. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up on a Monday.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on, repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
When you use Mr. Béchon, she won't be able to keep her hands off of you. And neither will you.
Is that Mr. Béchon?
Yeah, I think that's the scientific name.
Mr. Béchon, why not jerk a bottle off your department store shelf today? Mr. Béchon, it's not a sin anymore.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Comedian Diana Jordan is here with us. Now, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Since you've been here last, have you had any augmentation of any kind?
No.
Okay. Must be.
I'm wearing the Wonder Bra.
Is that, are you kidding?
No. I just showed it.
Impressive.
Yeah. They call it the Wonder Bra because when you take it off, the guy wonders where in the hell you're.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yeah.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Arnold, the sidekick chick.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna see the Gophers? Oh, yeah. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
At the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee with something for Tom, and here is Tom.
Well, thank you very much, Chick McGee. You've got something for me?
For $11, you can get something called a ham dogger.
A ham dogger?
You heard me correctly. It is a gizmo, a little plastic gizmo that makes hot dog-shaped hamburgers.
Look at that. Oh, I see. Yeah, because Tom had to do that recently.
It's kind of a mold.
That looks like
boy, that sure looks like
a mold.
Looks like a Star Trek dildo.
It sure looks like one of those AccuJacks, doesn't it?
It does, yep.
Star Trek Enterprise was good, but Star Trek Dildo is great.
Wow.
Do you remember that one morning I tried the AccuJack on the air?
Yeah, could we not?
You did?
Yes.
What's the AccuJack?
It's out in the car.
I'll never forget
It's a
it.
topic we're not going to review, is what it is.
Feel good?
I sure hope that phone
It
rings.
was one of the best mornings of my life. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Go, Dr. Phil. Let's do it.
Oh!
Hello, Tom, it's your good friend, Dr. Phil.
Hey, Dr. Phil, how are you?
Hey, Doc.
Have you seen my tapes?
No.
I've got books on tape and tapes about books. And by the way, Romance Rescue. Okay, today you were trying to clarify the rules to Duck, Duck, Goose.
Yeah, someone set the world record playing Duck, Duck, Goose, and I forgot the rules, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, first, Tom, do you identify as a duck or a goose?
A duck.
Because, hey, it ain't about good. I mean, hey, just because a billy goat doesn't know how to make pancakes doesn't mean he's going to be bad in the kitchen, okay?
That's right.
It makes no sense.
Right.
I mean, hey, 1 + 1 might equal 2, but who wants 2 if it smells like poo? You see where I'm going with this?
Not at all.
Okay, I wrote a book for men who are transitioning and also suffer from irritable bowel syndrome and maybe can't get up to run and play Duck, Duck, Goose. Have you read the book?
No.
Have you seen the tape?
No.
It's called Tuck, Tuck, Toot. Take on the dice.
They're transitioning.
Yeah.
They're having bowel problems.
Helping a lot of folks out there. Helping a lot of people.
That hurt my arm. That was such a stretch. Okay. I'm sorry. Where were we? Oh, we were visiting Christy Lee at the news desk, weren't we?
Yeah, authorities in Florida are saying a man in an ape mask and his female accomplice have been arrested after robbing a laundromat. The Tampa Free Press reports the man wearing the ape mask used a sledgehammer to smash the coin change machine and remove $800 in cash.
I was just going to say, a laundromat. Give me all your quarters.
Yeah. Deputies said the female suspect wore glasses, had bleached blonde hair, and was wearing a T-shirt that read, "Don't New York my Florida."
All right.
Suspects were later identified and arrested.
What? She's tired of those...
Tired of the New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Well, New York.
Her boyfriend is wearing a T-shirt that says something a little bit different.
What'd it say?
Don't Shawshank my ass in prison.
He was wearing that.
You know, some people can't make it on the outside.
The picture's hilarious. Guy's got the ape mask on, and she's just walking in.
Oh, boy.
What have I always said? I want a high-quality gorilla outfit, and I would wear it once a month. I think once a week.
And you could rob the place. They wouldn't know who you were.
That's right.
How high in quality?
I'll bet they're pricey.
Yeah, they're really pricey.
You can't tell me from a real gorilla is what I'm looking for.
Okay, yeah, that's pricey.
Those are
You want like a Rick Baker special.
Those are more than 10,000.
Let's have somebody step up. Let's go.
You got to get a costumer. You got to get a tailor.
Let's get back to this news story. I have a question.
Yes.
Did they only have the one gorilla head? I mean, wouldn't you?
Barely. They only have one ape mask. Yes.
So I assume they provided the sledgehammer. I'm guessing.
Well, I'm sure they brought their own.
You know what we haven't considered?
Isn't that a great question, Kristen?
What?
Yeah.
Maybe 2 gorillas robbed this place, and she was wearing the mask.
Oh.
You thought about that?
Oh.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
Your Honor. Those are some hairy boobs.
We haven't seen her.
Sis. Were these people planning on going to the nearest Coinstar and cashing in?
No kidding.
How do you spend $800 in quarters?
I don't know.
Oh, well. But she's actually, by the way,
heavy.
she's a very attractive gal.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, you thought Beaver Woman was attractive, too.
Look at this. She looks kind of like, don't you think she's pretty?
Yeah.
She's got the Halloween colored hair, but
Which is okay, but if she were older, that wouldn't be okay.
No, it wouldn't.
And it is okay that she's a criminal because she is an attractive chick. You got to remember that as long as you're...
I'm not saying any of these
not
things.
overweight.
Yes.
Yeah. I said none of those things.
Fat criminal.
Looks like a pretty gal.
Oh, boy. I mean, being fat is criminal.
Yeah, I think it is.
None of those things. You guys are beating yourselves up.
Whatever, Humphrey.
Beating it. Now he called us fat there, too. That was a good little editorial there.
An Amish man in Ohio was the subject of a low-speed police chase May 14th when he was asleep while operating a horse and buggy. Responding to calls claiming the buggy was weaving all over the road, Ashtabula Sheriff's Deputy Mike Talbert attempted to stop the buggy at around 2:43 a.m. in Orwell, Ohio, but was unsuccessful. He told other officers that the driver of the horse and buggy looked like he was asleep. Quote, "There is a Bud Light can sitting in there, and he's passed clean out," Talbert said. "We got a drunk Amish guy passed out in a buggy." Well, you know the horse is going to go home. That's what they're trained to do. He's going to, it's on autopilot. Yeah. After police used a patrol car to block the buggy, the 21-year-old driver was arrested for a DUI.
Now, I rewrote the end of that story.
Oh, good.
Well, okay, so the facts aren't there.
So did you let the facts get in the way? Or did
No,
you
because the original story said the driver was charged with an OVI.
Oh.
Which I object to.
Why?
This is just like the STD into STI thing.
So an OVI to you have to say DUI.
No, they have to say OVI because it's a vehicle.
DWI is driving while intoxicated.
What's a DUI?
So
driving under the influence.
I don't think he was driving, though.
Well,
That's
he was
right.
asleep.
What is OVI?
Operating a vehicle.
Operating a vehicle.
I guess. I've never seen
intoxicated?
OVI before.
Yeah, operating a vehicle under the influence.
Okay.
I'm just saying, why do we have to change that? I'm still pissed
Legal
about
reasons, some law.
STD being
It's
STI.
called progress.
No, it's called
Things change, okay?
They knew this guy liked to drink beer when his buggy was being pulled by Clydesdales.
hence the Bud Light.
Yeah.
At least he's got that going for him.
Bye Bye Birdie's not on at the theater anymore.
This guy, the good news is this guy, the one thing about it, he's Amish, at least he wasn't texting and driving.
No.
He's got that going. He's going to like jail. It's heat, air conditioning, electricity, TV.
3 hots and a cot.
Oh, well, the horse, did they breathalyze the horse?
They did. I don't know. Did they?
Yeah, you know what? It was the horse that was weaving.
Yeah,
not this guy.
Let's see if this horse can. This horse can't walk a straight line.
A farmer.
Basically, this Amish guy was driving essentially an analog Tesla. Let's look at it this way.
Yeah, very analog.
He's not. He's not polluting. He doesn't have batteries charged by.
Wait a minute. He kind of is polluting, I guess, because the horse does defecate, and that does cause methane
There's a
problems.
horse
And
in the highway.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this joke. Yeah.
The old road apples, I think they're called.
Yeah, I did read
do they
some
have a little
study.
baggie on their horses so they don't?
Some of them do. I've seen
Okay.
that on the carriages.
Yeah.
If they're down,
romantic carriages, they have.
Not in the middle of the.
Well, not in the middle of the country.
Nowhere, not
Okay.
in the countryside of what is it, Ashtabula, Ohio.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Ohio cities because it almost has all the letters in it. Ashtabula.
Isn't it next to the city Ashtamouth?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
Twin
it is,
Cities.
Josh.
Oh, it's not?
Tom, we should take a romantic carriage ride together, me and you.
And then Ashtamouth?
Yeah.
I mean, visit that town?
Yeah, when they do that in the movies, you never hear the excessive flatulence of the horse. I look into your eyes.
Okay. I have been
What a lovely
on a
night.
carriage ride, and I've never had the flagellance of a horse.
Well, that's because you've never taken a ride with Tom.
That's because you wear rose-colored hearing aids.
yes, you sure do.
That's right.
Well, maybe if you didn't have thighs around your ears.
Wow.
Boy, that's pretty good carriage ride.
Isn't that what you do in a handsome cab?
Hey, by the way, here's the guy in the gorilla mask and his accomplice.
Yeah.
That's the one that Tom thinks is pretty good looking.
Are you thinking, is it Kim Basinger?
She looks
you
like
would
Kim
think?
Basinger.
I knew you.
She's very attractive.
I knew you
Yeah,
would say that.
if Kim Basinger were 3 days drowned.
The guy's pretty handsome. Though.
She has blonde hair and she's skinny. She checks both the boxes.
That's true.
Okay. Now, let's move forward here.
Oh, she has blue hair. Which hair?
happy Halloween, sis. Summer is here.
Yes, it is.
Yesterday, I was in the park. All these people barbecuing. God, it was great. But
Did you go over and ask him what are you cooking? Please tell me you did.
Are those wood pellets?
And hey, you're doing that wrong and stuff like that. Please tell me you
no,
did.
but I have an idea. Remind me of my
Local
idea. in a
man
minute.
ruins.
Right now, I want to take a camera crew, walk up to these people grilling in the park and doing, hey, we're going to sample. We try your chicken, see how it is.
Area legend arrested at park.
Just picture some dude chasing me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get out
With
of
barbecue
here.
tongs.
Son of a bitch.
You guys would love Marty Allen.
By the way, you're going to love HelloFresh. Speaking of great food, what is it all about? It's about chef-crafted recipes. Oh, by the way, they do all the shopping, and the stuff comes pre-measured. You put it together and have great restaurant-quality food. Things like sweet heat shrimp tempura bowls or the one-pan cheesy beef tortilla melts. Willie, what do you got over there?
One of my favorites, the lemon tortelloni Palermo with roasted bell pepper and Parmesan. HelloFresh is going to send you 8 ingredients. You put those together in 6 easy steps, and in just over a half hour, you have this delicious, colorful pasta from our friends at HelloFresh.
Family-friendly food, whatever kind of food you're into, because you choose from 50 different weekly options. Quick and easy stuff or super fit stuff, low carb, low cal, whatever you want, including their new Mediterranean options. Lots of fresh fruits and veggies. Get all the details by going to HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Add that BTShow16. You'll need it a couple of times. That code will get you 16 free meals and 3 free gifts as part of a very special package. Once again, it's BTShow16, like Bob Tom Show 16. 16 free meals, 3 free gifts. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. They've got all kinds of great food. You're going to love it. And they've got the cards that show you how to put it together. The code is BTShow16. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Coming up, We have, oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? You're going to need $100 million plus. We'll tell you about that coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget about this Friday. We've got the Bob and Tom Show Carb Day broadcast live from Speedway, Indiana. You can tune in and hear Drew Powell, the actor, Al Unser Jr., former winner of the Indianapolis 500, as well as Duke Tomato and the Power Trio. It's the Bob and Tom Show Carb Day broadcast live from Speedway, Indiana this Friday morning, and you can hear all the action right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom News Desk. A military plane carrying enough specialty infant formula for more than 500,000 baby bottles arrived Sunday in Indianapolis. It's the first of several flights expected from Europe aimed at relieving a shortage that has sent parents scrambling to find enough to feed their children. President Joe Biden authorized the use of Air Force planes for the effort, dubbed Operation Fly Formula, because no commercial flights were available. Speaking of the president, he's seeking to calm concerns about recent cases of monkeypox that have been identified in Europe and the United States. He says he does not see the need to institute strict quarantine measures. He talked about this matter in Tokyo just one day after he said the virus was something to be concerned about. But then he told reporters today he doesn't think monkeypox rises to the level of concern that existed with COVID-19, and added that the smallpox vaccine works for monkeypox and the United States has enough to handle it. And the jostling of the Joshes, you could call it, has returned to Lincoln, Nebraska. A couple hundred people gathered at a park for a pitched battle over the official right to the name Josh. Now, I don't know if our Josh Arnold was there, but I can tell you this started as an online joke when Josh Swain of Tucson, Arizona, sent a tweet challenging anyone with the same first name to fight over it using pool noodles. As the idea spread, Swain made it into a real event last year, inviting people to Lincoln, the city that matches the random geo-coordinates in his original tweet. This year, many competitors stepped up their game by wearing costumes like masks, animal suits, and football uniforms, but no one could dethrone 5-year-old Josh Vinson, who defended the title. Last year, he was number one as well. The battle did raise nearly $21,000 for a local children's hospital in Omaha. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bonjour, Bob and Tom.
Oh, it's
Pepe Lescote.
Pepe Lescrotum. Good morning,
Hi,
Pepe.
Pepe.
Como allez-vous with you?
Oh, we're fine.
Hi, Pepe. I heard you were talking about my old job.
Your old job was?
Oui, collecting the non-urine.
Oh,
the
was that your
non-urine
job?
used in these fertility drugs.
Yes, it was a terrible, terrible job, and I'm glad I no longer do it.
Well, why was it so bad?
Well, you have to go around, collecting the urine. But I just wanted to call to tell you why they had to stop using it.
Why?
Well, it's a terrible, terrible thing. These babies, they were conceived and born with using the non-urine. When they came out, they would not cry when they were spanked.
They wouldn't?
No.
Why?
You had to wrap them across the hands with a ruler.
I see.
I see.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Pepe.
What are the only 3 words you need to know in French?
Oh, I know this one.
That's right. Thank you, Pepe La Scrotum. Au revoir.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Right now, Killer Bees joins us in the studio.
Bees, how you doing?
Real good, man. Making up a shopping list over here. My wife's eating in bed now. She's at that part of the pregnancy where they crave all this food. Some people have mirrors over the bed. We got a sneeze guard. Sleeping on those Posturepedic Sealamil, man. You ain't live till you're making love, and your wife says, "Go slow, I'm spilling my chili."
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Wow. Sorry to hear that. Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control.
Yes. The relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, everybody.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Got a song coming up for us, Pat?
Guitar.
All strapped up.
Yeah, guitar in hand.
You know that Pat just has a new album out there, #1 in the comedy streaming services.
Really? I haven't heard.
It's called Captured Live. It's awesome.
Kidding. There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby manning the TrackPhone Hotline Hot Phone.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk, and here's Tom.
Hey, speaking of sports.
Yeah.
And this is not a commercial announcement.
No.
I'm going to steer you towards something real quick. We were talking about the NBA playoffs, of course. And the NBA merged many years ago with a little outfit called the ABA. And the ABA responsible for that very colorful basketball, also responsible for the three-point shot and a lot of stuff you see.
And a lot of stars coming.
A lot of cool stuff. Yeah, Dr. J. The point of this little side note on my part is there's a charity out there called the Dropping Dimes Foundation that benefits some of the guys that are now in their late 60s, 70s, et cetera, that played in the ABA that don't have a pension program. We're trying to help them out. And so we came out with those Netto's hats and T-shirts on the Bob and Tom. At the Bob and Tom store, which are still out there. Very obscure. You wear one of these, people have no idea what it means, which is perfect. That's how cool you're going to be. But also, those ABA balls are now available, and again, a benefit for the Dropping Dimes Foundation. If you want to check it out, we have a link. I think it's LANA, Lana Sports. They have they're beautiful. If you have someone who's of a certain age and is a fan of that era, it's make a really cool gift. And I know that. Josh grabbed one of these already. They're really nice. And once again, it's a nice benefit thing. Dropping Dimes Foundation, if you're a fan of that great era of basketball, or just a basketball fan in general, there's nothing prettier than that beautiful, multicolored, beautiful basketball. So check that out. Once again, a great charity program. Now, Pat, we just had this unusual story out of Ashtabula, Ohio. I rewrote the end of it because it says this was allegedly an Amish guy passed out drunk at 2:43 in the morning. Technically in Orwell, Ohio. And the police had to pull him over. I guess they don't use those. I was just thinking about this. Those stopper sticks.
No.
All of a sudden, the horse is going. Ow! Oh no! That'd be awful.
That's right.
But Officer Mike Talbert tried to stop the buggy, but he couldn't, and they had to pull a bunch of cars around and stop the buggy. He said, apparently we have a drunk Amish guy passed out on the buggy. Turned out to be a 21-year-old guy arrested for. They don't use DWI or DUI. The OVI.
Yeah.
Which troubles me.
They have their reasons, I'm sure.
Okay, couldn't we just stick with anything? I mean,
nothing's consistent but change, my friend.
How does this bother you again? I don't.
This is because this is some douche cop.
You'll never get
this
one.
is some cop that never risked his life and ran a beat that's up there in some desk going, well, we should change it to OVI because technically.
Actually, this is from an officer, Dear Tom. Why is he upset? The abbreviation for driving under the influence. Every jurisdiction uses their own abbreviation. It's
no wonder we can't get together as a country.
It's not the same everywhere. OVI stands for operating a vehicle while impaired because impaired covers a broader range of impairments up to and including being too tired. I learned this at, of course, I was court-ordered.
I'm about to get it right now because I'm falling asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate the information.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Trying to help you,
so it's
Tom.
some technician.
You dick.
We all know what DUI or DW. Never mind. The point is this Amish
So
guy.
wait a minute. So DUI and DWI are okay with you?
No, it's just that.
Look, if we really want to know, let's ask somebody who knows all this stuff by heart.
No, but
Godwin?
In this county, it's OVI.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
No, Pat, when you were in the slammer, if you will.
I was a passenger.
What do you like to call it? Do you like to call it the joint? Because I know you.
Hooskow, is that what your mother calls it?
My mother always called it the hooskow.
The big house, the big house.
Oh,
The big house.
Yeah. Somebody sent me the New York Times crossword puzzle, and it had the word hooskow in it.
You have to give it to me.
And I was supposed to tell Tom about it.
You got to give it to me.
Nope, not doing it.
A recent one?
Yeah. So it'll drive him mad. It's driving mad looking for it.
Okay, well, there's probably some index that'll be.
I'm sure there is.
You got a song in there, Godwin?
Pat, you got something?
Thanks, Willie. Went to an Amish party. They called it a rum springer. A bunch of loud, drunken Amish kids. It was a real humdinger. When I got to the Amish party, the girls were barely clothed. Skirts up to their knees, shoes off, I can see their toes.
Yeah.
And we're all tipsy now, raising barns and raising hell. And now we know there's nothing like booze and a naked Amish mademoiselle. Am I right? Yeah. All right. When I left the Amish party, I was drunk and mighty high. Cops stopped me in my horse and buggy. I got an OVI. Yeah, now I'm stuck in jail with the electricity. It's pretty comfortable in this cell, except for the side of me. Do-do-do-do, ow. Do-do-do-do, ow. Ow, ow, ow.
A nice tribute to the great Rick Nelson. Thank you very
I
much.
know, you love Ricky Nelson.
Oh, did you ever see Rick Nelson? You would have liked him, Christy.
I've seen him on TV, yeah, I guess.
The most boring man alive.
Not true.
Listen to any of his songs.
There.
I have a semi-funny Rick Nelson story.
Do you?
Is that right?
I think this is really interesting. I was at Rick Nelson was doing a show, and he would. It was right after the song "Garden Party" came out. He kind of a revival, and he was up on stage, and he saw someone with a camera sort of kind of stand up a little bit to take his picture, and I'm not kidding. He quite literally he's kept playing, but he switched so his good side was showing and posed for just a second. Flash went off, and he kind of nodded and went back over.
Well, it was considerate.
Nice guy, yeah.
I mean, he was. I wonder if some of that was muscle memory, just because he was a kid
Raised
star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was great. He was really good live.
Love me, help me.
Where's Nelson? Remember the band Nelson?
Yeah,
Are those
are
both his
twins.
sons?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
twin sons. Yeah.
Hello, Mary Lou. That's one of his rockers.
I mean, I like that song. So
Goodbye, heart.
Okay.
That's how he rocks.
It's
it,
a
Willie.
bit snappier than that.
Trying to transition from a certain type of music into another.
What's your contention? That it's snappier than that.
Yeah.
No,
it's not as slow. It's not as slow as you're saying.
Hello.
You wouldn't have the Eagles without the Stone Canyon Band. I could argue with you all day, but arguing with you is pointless.
I bet Don Henley don't see it that way. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie, how are you?
Well, spoiler alert, a damn deer ate everything in our garden last night.
Oh, man,
no.
And I just got these damn plants in the ground, only to have one of these hairy horned dicks come turn our entire garden into a one-trip salad.
Yeah.
And I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm about sick and tired of nature's poachers coming around, messing things up for us humans, and specifically deers.
Mm-hmm.
Who do these deers think they are? Don't they understand he was here first? I swear to God.
Yeah.
Deers are always destroying everything. Tom's hostas, and 2 of Pat Godwin's cars, and now my rhubarb and beefsteak maters. Man, I hate deers. If it's up to me, I'd make deer hunting season year-round, 395 days a year. Mandatory 2-a-days on Sunday. And I'm serious. When I took my niece Frankie with an eye, my little nephew Frankie with an IE to go see Bambi at drive-in movie last year, I rooted for the bow hunter. Because these damn deers have been given a free pass too long. If it was up to me, there'd be a deer on every hood of every car, and deer heads mounted above the fireplace in every Cracker Barrel and Tudor's Biscuit World. I swear to God. The fact remains, I like seeing deer heads in standard homes, too. I mean, you know, most sure it's just a deer head, but to me, I treat them like scoreboards, you know? This chick I dated, Missy, her grandparents had so many deer, moose, and like possum heads in the walls, they didn't have room for pictures of their grandbabies. But then again, it might be why our family always suffered from Lyme's disease. You know? It's so bad they had to put a salt lick in their kitchen. I swear to God. Anyways, to all you deers out there listening, you take heed. Us humans ain't going to just sit back and let you keep destroying all our hard-earned stuff. Because if it's up to me, Mr. Deer, I'll extinct you so fast, the only way kids will know what you are is by going to the zoo or sneaking a plug of Jaeger. I'm Donnie Baker, and I approve this message.
Thank you, Donnie.
Vehemently anti-deer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But,
wow.
But
They
Pat,
do love hostas.
Pat, you had two in the same year, didn't you?
2017.
Same car? Or?
No, two different cars. Total in both.
Well, wait.
Total them both.
No gap insurance. On you.
What does that mean?
That means he didn't have any insurance on his car.
No gap insurance is the insurance that you have to pay to get it.
Well, normally when you don't have insurance on a car, you go ahead and get insurance from another company. But he didn't do that.
I see.
We got to get some sociologists to study you, man.
Yeah,
we
we
get
really
a
do.
team just to kind of figure out what's
You are
going
more
on.
confused and more preoccupied than Tom. It's really, it's astounding.
Okay, well.
It's a curse.
Let's move forward here. Christy Lee, what have we missed?
A farmer in Germany has switched from an SUV to real horsepower to save money on fuel.
A farmer in Germany. A farmer in Germany.
Go with Berlin.
Hi-ho, the
Farmer in Berlin.
Who's producing you?
farmer in Berlin.
Hi-ho, I
said daddy.
And I believe it's Heil-ho.
They're all having fun.
After fuel prices
Sing a
spiked
song.
following the Russian invasion of Ukraine, stud farm owner and horse trainer Stephanie Kirchner
Hi, I'm Stud. How are you?
said she knew everything else will become much, much more expensive and decided to save a little money by switching to a horse-drawn carriage. While her 3.5-mile commute, which usually takes 10 to 15 minutes, has turned into an hour-long journey, the 33-year-old estimates she saves $264 a month on fuel.
All right.
Yeah, of course, the 300 cars stuck behind her burning 10 times the gas, but that doesn't matter, right? Hope she doesn't work for DoorDash.
Oh, what a nice, relaxing
Hold again.
That's a beautiful horse.
Well, on the opposite end of that coin, Mercedes-Benz has announced.
Wait a minute. It's not the opposite end of the coin.
Opposite side.
The flip side.
Flip side of the coin.
Never mind.
You're
Go
right.
ahead.
You're right.
No.
Mercedes-Benz has auctioned off an extremely rare car from its company collection for $143 million.
That's a lot of money.
Too much money.
It's way too much money.
Speaking of insurance, what's that going to go for?
You'll never drive this
What's
car.
what's the monthly on that?
Plus, that goes down to like, what, 100,000 once you drive
it off the lot.
Yeah. A private collector purchased a 300 SLR. Is it Yulholt Coupe with distinctive gull-wing doors? The car was one of just two prototypes built in 1955 and named after the company's then chief engineer, Rudolf Uhlenholt. Mercedes-Benz said the proceeds would be used to launch a fund providing scholarships for young people to learn about and research environmental science and decarbonization, which is great.
How much was
charity.
it? I'm sorry.
$143 million.
Oh, so they can send 3 kids to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll figure a partial scholarship.
Wow, barely.
Decarbonization is something we need to be studying. I'm tired of having flat soda every time. I keep a 2-liter open at a picnic.
Here.
I'm with you on this one.
Has anyone ever driven this thing, do you suppose? I mean, it's a prototype. And
I'm sure someone drove it. It has to have mileage on it, but you wouldn't drive it now.
what's an oil change go for in that thing? Wow. Yeah. Speaking of expensive things, Jim Irsay apparently finally owns outright that Kurt Cobain guitar.
That's exactly
Owner
right.
of the Colts.
Pretty cool.
He's got a great collection, including Ringo's drums and many other classic Jerry Garcia guitars, etc. Now,
$4.5 million he spent on the Kurt Cobain guitar from Smells Like Teen Spirit. That we all know that iconic blue and sparkly ivory, beautiful guitar. The money apparently is going to, the family donated a lot of the proceeds to the Colts Kicking the Stigma
right?
Foundation. Yes. For mental health.
Good.
So,
Great
it was
stuff.
a great
Great idea.
Very good charity.
Now, on a totally different note, I have a couple of requests here. This one ties into a story that we have done recently. Then we're probably going to be doing something about this in a matter of moments. But right now, this is a little Timmy Kavanaugh.
Time helps some species come back and grow stronger. I'm glad one creature's endangered no longer. I wanna fry up an eagle just to see. Fry up an eagle. Use the Colonel's recipe. It's still illegal. It shouldn't be. I need to know what one tastes like. I wanna fry up an eagle. My curiosity first killed the cat who wasn't that tasty. Frankly, I wanna fry up an eagle. They're dolphin free. Let fry and the eagle said it subliminally. Did it. They're bald. Did it. And yummy. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, that is just a piece of...
In honor of the beautiful birds out there, the beautiful American eagle. I've seen one recently. They're absolutely magnificent.
They sure are.
And coming up, we have some very good things in the world of animals. We have a bison loose. We got a moose loose.
Everybody get out of here. There's a bison loose.
Did you hear the story about the dog that rescued the woman from the mountain lion?
Yeah, we didn't do that story.
Wow, the essence of the story is that this dog will have bed privileges for the rest of his life.
That's right.
Right.
Oh, good boy.
You don't tell that dog no. Right now, we were talking earlier about grilling out. I was in the park over the weekend with the girls, and I saw a lot of folks grilling. And would it be okay to walk up? Maybe if you had a camera crew, just walk up to people, and go, hey, could we taste your chicken or whatever you're making?
Leave these people alone. Bothering people in public. Just let
Josh,
them live
you
their
could
lives.
judge.
I would never.
Man, can we try your chicken there? It looks pretty good.
I would never do that to people who are just trying to enjoy their grilling time. And why wouldn't you be? Spring is here.
Yeah,
Let Omaha Steaks make it easy to stock up on all your grilling favorites. Visit omahasteaks.com, enter BTS into that search bar, order the Spring Grilling Pack today. You'll save over 50%, plus you'll get 4 Omaha Steaks burgers and 4 boneless chicken breasts for $10 more, for $20 more. No, for free with your order. This package has it all, my friends, from the butcher-cut filet mignons, boneless pork chops, to the delicious caramel apple tartlets that cap off every meal just perfectly. That's right. Those caramel apple tartlets, let me tell you, they brown up so wonderfully in the oven. You throw on a little whipped cream or a dollop of vanilla. My goodness. Have you given your family and your friends and yourself a real treat? Omaha Steaks delivers perfection in every single bite, every single time. Visit omahasteaks.com. Type keyword BTS in the search bar. Order today. There's a reason why Omaha Steaks has been the leader of gourmet steaks and food for over a century. That's right. It's because no one, and I mean no one, comes close to matching the flavor, tenderness, and value of Omaha Steaks. That's omahasteaks.com. Use keyword BTS. Order the Spring Grilling Pack today. Don't forget, you're going to get 4 Omaha Steak burgers and 4 chicken breasts for free when you do. That's omahasteaks.com, keyword BTS. Omaha Steaks is not insurance, but can be used. No.
They should send a pen with each order so you can write us a thank you note.
That's exactly right.
So, thank you for mentioning the lasagna. It's delicious. Thank you, Omaha Steaks. omahasteaks.com, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we have our big animal hunk in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
And I'm not stupid. I know there's more to life than just sex. It's just none of those other things feel as good as sex. I mean, I love cookies.
Oh, yeah.
But if I do not have access to cookies, I will not rent a movie and watch two other people eat cookies.
Perfect stranger eating cookies. No.
Nothing.
No.
How do you not think about sex? Everything on TV, sex, all the commercials, very beautiful women in all the commercials now. Doesn't even matter what the product is. It's just very sexual. And then you finally have sex, and it's kind of disappointing. Where's my Sprite, my new car? That's why I think women should have shelves next to their bed filled with prizes, depending on how well you did. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea.
Like they do at the carnival.
Sure.
They have something to shoot for,
Are you going to take anything on that?
Right. I'm going to go for the Van Halen mirror tonight.
Hi, man. This is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning. My name is Mark Allison. Here on Bob and Tom 24/7, we like to remind you can always download the Bob and Tom Show podcast for free. We got a couple of them you can listen to at bobandtom.com/podcast. Again, free to download the Bits and Pieces podcast, that Josh Arnold podcast, the Bob and Tom Show extra podcast every weekday afternoon around 3 p.m. Eastern. That bad boy drops. So you can head on over and pick them up for free and listen to them at your own time and convenience. That's how we do it here. bobandtom.com/podcast for you. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Justin Thomas has captured the PGA Championship for the second time in 5 years. Thomas stormed back from 7 shots back to win the second major of the season in a 3-hole playoff with Will Zalatoris. Thomas birdied the first 2 playoff holes and closed with a par. Mito Pereira squandered a 1-shot lead on the 18th when he drove into the creek off the tee and made double bogey. Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins carried the Golden State Warriors to a 109-100 victory and a 3-0 lead over the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA's Western Conference Finals. Curry delivered 31 points, 11 assists, 5 boards for Golden State, which pulled away in the third quarter. Wiggins added 27 points, grabbed 11 boards. The Mavs lost despite Luka Doncic, who pumped in 40 points and had 11 boards. The New York Rangers within 2-1 in their second-round series with the Carolina Hurricanes after earning a 3-1 win at Madison Square Garden. Tampa Bay Lightning up 3-0 in their Stanley Cup second-round series following a 5-1 win over the Florida Panthers. And Evander Kane had a hat trick in the second period. The Edmonton Oilers took a 2-1 lead in their Stanley Cup second-round series with a 4-1 win over the Calgary Flames. We'll have a quiz coming up for you next hour on all that information. But for now, that's a look at your sports update on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Ladies, he'll love the taste, and you'll love that filling feeling.
Oh, my God, Norman, where did you get that thing?
Nuttin' Raisin Honey from Post. Who else? Nuttin' Raisin Honey, coming to a store near you. Nuttin' Raisin Honey, eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Morning laughter. just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Jim, we mentioned that you are a tall man.
Yes. 6'6", huh?
6'6". Are you a single guy or married guy?
I just got married.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
How's that going?
First timer?
Yeah, first timer.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm learning, very slowly. I'm learning, when women get married, they take the guy's name, and I'm learning that us guys are also my married name is somebody. Somebody's got to take the trash out. At first I was like, is he talking to somebody else? Is there somebody else here?
Somebody.
Shouldn't we be on a first name basis by now?
Well, someone's going to have to go to the hardware store, and somebody's going to have to put this table together.
The Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom.
To do later today.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yes, I am.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Hi. There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Got his paw right on the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. I'm just reading about language.
Yeah.
And words that have kind of
changed, gone away.
Yeah, greasers.
Greasers.
Oh, yeah, no longer around, really?
That's from your era, I would guess.
I haven't heard. The Outsiders used it.
Oh, yeah.
In the early 80s, but boy.
Pony Boy.
Oh.
And Grease, of course, became an international hit. Grease.
What an amazing, wonderful movie that is. Huh?
Tom's never seen it, doesn't like it.
I watched part of it. It does not hold up.
Wait, like the Grease Lightning? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, Grease Lightning.
Okay,
Yeah.
Tell me more. Did she put up a fight?
Yeah, it's really not. It doesn't really hold up.
Whoops.
Yeah, not particularly consensual.
Tom, we got an email that I think encapsulates you perfectly. It's almost poetry.
Oh, my goodness.
And I think you'll agree.
Okay.
And it actually comes from a guy named Robert. He says, I've determined there are two things Tom does not like. Change and the way things are.
I could not agree more.
I mean, we're going to have to pin this up somewhere. That is beautiful.
That needs to be etched into a barn board and hung up in the studio.
Also, correction, deer numbskulls.
That's us.
Pat said when he hit his deer, he didn't have gap insurance.
Yeah, I know what that is. You guys are teasing.
Well, your description was
wrong.
He didn't, in Pat's defense, he did not describe it.
Nope.
Who did?
Yes,
Everybody else.
Yes, he did.
I don't know anything about it.
I didn't have gap insurance.
That's all he said.
Okay, it says gap insurance is the insurance add-on that covers the difference between what the car is worth and what you still owe.
Oh, I thought it was the gap between buying one car and getting the other one.
In case you owe
I doubted he had original insurance, is what I doubt.
in case you owe more than the car is worth, which I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
The old upside down.
Upside down on
But
both.
I bet they got you in a car anyway.
Yes, they did.
Okay, good. Well, thank you very much.
What's
Once again,
it
Pat
gonna
hit a
take?
couple of deer.
Not at the same time.
No. I'm sure someone's done that too.
Oh.
You mean
Hit
like,
more than one?
At the same time.
like
yeah.
a mommy and a little baby deer?
Oh,
Well, let's-
come on. No,
Two
it's
deer
the
making
season.
love,
Let's
maybe?
not talk about that.
Magical.
Okay.
When one deer loves another, they just go to the highway. They do a little love time.
Do a little love time.
Christy, we have some animal stories that are kind of pleasant or fun, perhaps.
Well, we have in Illinois, they're trying to capture a bison that's been on the loose for several months.
You're in Illinois, huh? Not in Illinois?
In Illinois?
Interesting.
What did I say, Illinois?
Yeah.
Illinois.
Illinois.
The lake in McHenry County Scanner reports the 1,300-pound female bison
Oh,
named
that's a big fat bison.
Tyson.
Tyson the bison?
Tyson the bison escaped from a farm in Wakanda back in September.
buffalo.
Slow down here. Wait a minute.
Where is it?
In Wakanda back in September.
Wakanda forever.
It's by Waukegan, I'm pretty sure. It is, yes. It's kind of funny. It's got the same name as-
WAUCONDA.
It's got the same name as what's that guy? Black Panther's from?
Yeah.
King T'Challa.
Wow. So this isn't a Black Panther in the loose, though. It's a
No, it's a bison.
Okay, sorry. I got
Tyson the
confused.
bison. Also known as Billy the bison, but it's a female
someone needs-
bison. Why does it have
someone-
boy names?
Someone needs to buy some fencing.
Bison fencing.
Oh my gosh.
Are any of the original Black Panthers still alive? Like
Look that up.
Bobby Seale. And
Could you possibly stay in the same subject just for 1 second?
I think Bobby Seale's still alive.
Sorry.
I know
So
Eldridge Cleaver is no longer with us.
There's still this bison still on the loose.
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't
Yeah. Why is a female bison have two boy names? I don't understand it. Tyson and Billy?
No,
Well, maybe his name's
today we
Billy
live in a
Tyson.
gender-free world.
That's true.
Who is it? Who's this rap singer that's not Lizzo, but
What's his
someone
face?
someone the Stallion.
Megan the Stallion?
Megan the Stallion. Isn't a stallion a male? So
Yeah.
I'm not being critical. I'm just saying this.
Man, Megan the
so
Stallion.
you can name your female bison whatever you want.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe it's Mrs. Tyson.
Maybe.
Maybe it's the chicken Tyson.
Dozens of hungry sea lions have invaded a Canadian fish farm.
Hi.
Of course, where else would they be? This is like easy.
Someone should fly over 1,000 beach balls.
Oh, you're not going to believe it. They're just laying there.
Sea lions began targeting the Rant Point farm near Tofino when the farm started harvesting the fish. The problem intensified, and soon at least 24 animals were gorging on fish from multiple bins. You know, these sea lions had to be thinking,
This is great.
this is the greatest day.
Jackpot!
Whoa!
Staff are trying to move the sea lions away from the farm, but added that it's been challenging as the sea lions are adapting
guns.
to the humans.
Also, what are they going to tempt them with? Food? They already have food
Right.
there. Hey, come over here. We have less food for you.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I'm sorry. What kind of farm is this?
It was a fish farm.
Does it say what kind of fish?
No, it doesn't say what kind of fish, Tom.
God, I hope they were salmon.
Yeah, why's that?
Well, because they could have prevented it if they'd had better locks.
Everybody, just shut up.
It's my fault. I asked.
Yep.
So you're hooking together salmon and locks.
Yep.
Right?
LOX, I believe.
LOX, yeah.
Is the way you spell it. I'm putting together LOX and LOCKS. You see, they could have locked the seals out of the.
I don't think I've ever had locks. Obviously, I've had salmon, but I don't.
Have you ever had a bagel with lox? No? Cream cheese?
No, cream cheese, sure, but.
But I know, but you get a bagel with cream cheese and then this. It's
No, you're not going to
salmon.
make me sound like a weirdo because I've never had locks.
No, you're fine. Yeah.
Smoked salmon?
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Salmon smoke?
Yeah.
So you don't even
Smoked
get the
salmon.
joke.
No.
No, he got
No.
he got the joke.
No.
Don't you
No.
dare blame
Have
it
you,
on
have you ever eaten anywhere except for Golden Corral?
Oh, boy.
No.
Hey, Josh, do you
And
wanna
it
drive,
hasn't been Cuisine of the World Day at Golden Corral yet, so I haven't been exposed
Lox
to
and
bagels.
bagels is pretty common.
I think it's a Jewish dish. We all know.
Well,
it.
I think.
Well, yes, but it's not
the great delis of New York, perhaps. What? So can we get back to the?
I want you to know I've turned this up over here. You know that.
I want to get back to these smash and grab seals.
I know. I love it. They're sea lions, and I love that.
Oh, that's got to be so great for them.
Of course it does.
They'll never get them out.
He's still at it.
No, I think it's great. It's like they're at a little old folks buffet.
Yeah.
The older seals,
Sea lion buffet.
the older sea lions go in at 3. They get the early birds.
I'd like to think there's one sea lion who's not eating. They're like, hey, Henry, what the hell's going on? I only eat wild.
Yes. I don't want farm raised.
If you want to reach us, by the way, and perhaps critique something, and today'd be a good day to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot
It's
to
Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. This will make you feel good, Pat.
Yeah.
This guy writes, a buddy of mine actually totaled his own car hitting a deer. Later that same day, he totaled his mother's car hitting another deer.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Period, 2 spaces, hilarious exclamation. Thank you, Mr. J.H. Coming up, we have more some exciting animal stories today. And also, if you live near an airport, what are you going to hear?
Planes.
We'll find out about that.
Yeah.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. First time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. You know, their eyes get all wide and get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying, excellent.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
The tradition continues. Another Bob and Tom 24/7 special, the Bob and Tom Show Race Day Morning. That's right, coming up live this Sunday, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Again on Sunday. Set your alarm, get up early, and tune in. We're going to have a lot of fun as we preview the 106th running of the Indianapolis 500. Willie Griswold and myself will be live from behind the Indianapolis Pagoda in the Pavilion, as well as the Bob and Tom Show from Race Central all morning long. We'll get you dialed in as we get ready for the 106th running. Scott Dixon on the pole, over 234 miles per hour as his 4-lap average. Very exciting, very fast, and it's going to be a great day. Supposed to be a high of 86 degrees, so it's going to be hot, but we'll be out there in the morning. Again, live this Sunday, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m., the Bob and Tom Show Race Day Morning. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope you join us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7 Sunday, this Sunday, Race Day Morning.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Entertainment News Desk. Kate Mckinnon and Pete Davidson are among those departing from Saturday Night Live, leaving the sketch institution without arguably its two most famous names after Saturday's finale of its 47th season. The 38-year-old Mckinnon won 2 Emmys in her 10 seasons on the show, during which her impressions included Hillary Clinton and former Attorney General Jeff Sessions. The 28-year-old Davidson joined the cast in 2014 and has appeared in 8 seasons and now is known as Mrs. Kardashian. And Colin Cantwell, the man who designed the spacecraft in the Star Wars films, has died. He was 90. His partner confirmed Cantwell died at his home in Colorado Saturday. Cantwell designed the prototypes for the X-Wing Starfighter, the TIE Fighter, and Death Star. He also worked on films including 2001: A Space Odyssey, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and War Games. And speaking of the movies, Doctor Strange and his multiverse got to linger a little longer atop the weekend box office, while Tom Cruise waits in the wings. Marvel's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was the #1 film this weekend for the 3rd straight week. Downton Abbey: A New Era made a strong showing in second, but hang on to your fighter jets. Next week, Top Gun Maverick arrives on a wave of hype for Memorial Day weekend. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Hello, Americans. It's that time of year again. You received your tax forms in the mail, and now it's time to settle up with the IRS. When it comes to tax preparation, well, listen to this. Honey, we got our tax forms.
Are you going to try to do it yourself again this year?
I don't know. It's such a pain in the butt. Taxes can be a pain in the butt. That's why you should let the specialists at Tax Preparation H Incorporated do your taxes for you. Tax Preparation H Incorporated relieves the pain often associated with filing your taxes. And Tax Preparation H Incorporated can reduce those piles of paperwork to one small form that you simply have to sign and file.
Did you go to Tax Preparation H Incorporated?
I sure did.
Do we owe much?
Yep. Oh, we really got reamed by the IRS. But I'll tell you, it doesn't hurt as much thanks to Tax Preparation H Incorporated.
Tax Preparation H Incorporated. We're just itching to do your return. Tax Preparation H Incorporated. Hey, and if you want, we'll even tell Uncle Sam to shove it up his...
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on the news.
Yes, sir.
Pat Godwin on the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Arnold on the wisecracks.
Hey, chicken.
Hey, Ace Cosby. Right there on the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
On the weed.
There he is. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Reminds me of that story we just had about the loose bison.
Yeah.
Doesn't loose bison sound like either a craft beer or a strain of weed?
Yes.
Hey, man, you have the stuff Willie's got? It's called loose bison.
Oh,
he sells it after the show.
It makes you take a toke. It makes you go.
I don't sell weed after the show, Dad. I'm not a drug dealer.
No, you sell papers.
And lighters.
And lighters, which I used to light my candle yesterday.
By the way, they specifically say what?
Yep. They say not for weed.
Not for weed.
They're in places where pot's not legal, so you can use them for cigarettes, you can use them for candles, for arson, whatever you need to use them for.
You guys were at Cacciatore's.
Yes,
Millie
sir.
in New York over the weekend. Did you sell some papers?
Yeah, I did some papers and some lighters. The folks up there were lovely. Thank you for coming up and saying hi. We had a total blast, man.
Okay, good. Yeah, you got some very good reviews.
Oh, good.
Congratulations. The bison story, I bring it up again because Mr. Godwin gave me the signal. Did I mention that Pat has the #1 comedy album out there right now? It's called Captured Live.
All right.
Good for you, Pat. Once again, officials in Illinois are trying to capture a bison. This is a little bit confusing. It's a lady bison, but her name is Tyson the bison.
So it's a bisonette.
The show's over. We're done. That was. I love that joke. I love that joke.
Bisonette.
Is that where you, when you have a bison and there's a little baby one, do you
Call it a bisonette?
You have to go get the bison.
Son of a gun.
Man.
Wow. So in any event, this is in a place called, is it pronounced Wakanda, Illinois? I mean, excuse me. Yeah, it's just like the movie Wakanda.
I believe so.
Okay.
I've never had the pleasure of visiting. I'm sure it's lovely.
Okay. Pat, you have a tribute to the bison?
No, leave her alone. Let the poor bison roam. She escaped from the farm today. She's a tough one for sure. Got away from the herd. Let her live to see another day. Oh, she won't be on a range or a grill or an oven today. Bison meat can be bought, but this girl can't be caught. So have a salad. We're too fat anyway. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
So this bison's loose in Illinois. Yeah, I think you're right, Pat. This bison drifts a few more states west and...
or into downtown Chicago.
But the bison, she's still on the loose, right?
Yes, she is.
Uh-oh.
Go Tyson, go Tyson, go Tyson.
Go bison, go Tyson.
Oh, bison.
You always jump in too early.
Go bison. Yeah, you do really kind of jump in early.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nope.
Try
Forget
again?
it. You ruined the moment.
Do you know where to
You
jump in?
ruined the moment, Christy says.
I'm not cueing you.
I like the horns.
Go bison, go bison, go bison. There you go.
Nailed it.
Go bison, go bison, go.
Which show was that?
Mod Squad.
Oh, that's right.
One white, one blonde, one black.
Yeah.
They would say that?
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, that was the tagline.
That was the show, the Mod Squad.
They were narcs. Pete,
It was
Julie, and Lee Con Hayes.
I think only one of them is still with us.
Really? Lincoln Hayes? You think?
Yeah, that actor just died a couple years ago.
And Peggy was, what's her?
Peggy Lipton is the mother of
Felicia. No, that's not her. It was.
Hey, yeah. Quincy's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peggy Lipton.
Rashida Jones.
Oh, Rashida Jones.
Yeah. Mod Squad was a real thing. Did they make a movie of that?
They did with Claire Danes and Omar Epps.
Giovanni Ribisi, I think, was Pete.
It's kind of one of those sort of the first dipping the toes into diversity on television.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Of course, the first attempt was just having Mod was on Dragnet. They'd have hippies, which were always so funny because it was always some short-haired actors. They didn't want to get a wig, so they would just put like a tie-dyed headband on him. They were all punks.
Well, actually, Room 222 with Karen Valentine had some African-American characters as well. The star of that was Heshamu. He just went by one name. I forget his name on the show, though.
I've never seen that.
Heshamu.
Yeah. Now,
very cool.
Where I went to high school, this is kind of interesting. I went to an all-boys school, and
well, that's not the only thing it was all.
They didn't mark the bathrooms.
Hey, chick.
Like men or women.
Right.
This is Matthew McConaughey talking about my dad's school. All white, all white, all white.
That's right. That's right.
The bathroom was room 8.
Room 8?
8?
Yeah.
Huh.
So you'd be walking down the hallway, room 6.
It didn't say men's room?
Nope. Room 8. Ask anyone who...
Did it have like a regular class door? Or?
Yeah.
Was there...
That's weird.
Was there grab-ass going on in the...
No. No doors, by the way, on the stalls.
To keep down the grab-ass, probably.
Keep drilling holes into the sides of the stalls and just remove the doors.
Never mind. Christy, what have you got over there?
What have I got over here? Officers in Canada have rescued 2 bear cubs that were trapped at the top of an electrical pole. The Bear With Us Center for Bears in Ontario said it had been contacted by the Ontario Natural Resources about the baby bears. Ontario Provincial Police and crews from Hydro 1 worked to reach the 4-month-old cubs in a bucket truck and bring them safely down.
How'd you like to be that guy? Well, I got to go up there and grab these bears.
Well, they're no baby bears. I don't think they'd hurt you.
I know. Still.
How do you know?
The bears were briefly taken in by retired conservation officer Pete Gilbo with the hope that their mom may still be alive. However, no mother bear has been located.
Where were the bears? They were...
Up on the electrical pole.
Up on the pole.
Oh, so they were polar bears.
You know, they were. At that time, they were indeed.
Chick, what are you doing over there?
The cubs are now
I'm laughing at your father. That's pretty good. I like that.
Cubs are now being cared for by the sanctuary until they can be released into the wild next year.
What are they doing up there?
I don't know.
They climbed and got up and went,
Climbed up there for some reason.
Now what do we do?
I went to Goldilocks' house. Went to get breakfast. The bitch wouldn't serve us, so we're cutting her cable.
You think that's... I was going to... Sure, they were going up. They saw birds, and they went, let's eat those. But no, maybe the Goldilocks thing.
Fix her wagon.
They're getting high. The cops show up. Okay.
I am the lion cub of the county.
Oh, I love it when you sing.
Thank you, dear. Yeah. What else would you like to hear?
How about a solo? Solo, we can't hear you sing.
Oh.
That's perfect.
A Florida couple received an unwelcome birthday surprise after finding a rather large alligator in their garage. Karen Dobson told Wink TV,
"Hey, keep an eye out for us." Yeah.
Hey, we were just kidding. Wink. Isn't that what a wink means?
Blink.
Wink.
It can.
Just kidding.
It's a flirt. Wink.
No, yeah. It's like, hey, let's have sex.
Tom can't wink.
Yeah, no, he can't.
No, for me to wink,
He absolutely, no, he has to.
I have to focus.
He has to get absolutely
Okay, ready? Right eye only. Okay, got it.
That's sexy.
See, this is how you wink. Ready?
Whoa!
That's a good one.
Creeps me out.
That is a good one, chick.
Don't like
Christy's a very good winker.
Hey,
just
hey, baby.
My wink almost says, "Just get in the trunk."
So we got to pilot. So to my right, I've got a winker and a wanker.
That's right.
Josh just winked at me. That's extremely creepy.
You almost have to say "hoo-hoo" after you wink. I think that would help.
Yeah, yours is pretty exaggerated.
Clunk.
People see you wink and they go, "That guy just got struck with Bell's palsy."
Did you see it right in front of you?
Can you guys see if I can do it or not?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Cool guy Will. Being
Right.
a cool
You're
guy.
at the bar.
Now
You're
look at you. One of
seeing-
these.
Ah,
Oh, Yeah, that's
it's a finger.
That's
no.
the lengthy wink where you.
What about this one? Is that
No.
good?
No.
Too much. I mean, are you trying to do a joke?
I'm trying to do a chill wink. I'm trying to
no chill at all.
It must be genetic.
It's got to be genetic.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you mean generic?
No,
genetic is his dad.
In other words,
Oh, you mean
I passed along the I can't wink gene.
No, I think he can. I think he's just
Ace, give Christy a wink, will you? Oh, he can't do it either. Yeah,
Ace must be a Griswold too.
Okay, Willie, seriously.
Wow,
I knew it.
Just
I'm
casually
going to have to talk to great granddad about that.
I'm not trying to be silly. Here we go.
Oh, that's not bad. Well, you still have to.
See, he throws his whole
What's the lip
cheek into
thing?
it.
Well, you do that
so do you.
I can't. I told you I don't wink. I can't think of the last time I've actually winked to someone. So why are we're talking about wink? Because this station is called Wink TV.
Yes.
Keep an eye out for us.
Doesn't it take away from their credibility?
Tonight on Wink, your house may be killing
Fort
you.
Myers. I watch them all the time.
We'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Find out.
Maybe
Killing you.
Wink.
That's
I'm
right.
sitting in it.
That's right. Yeah, you're in trouble.
I love it when they do that.
Yes.
Your house could be killing you in the next hour. We'll be back at 11.
Hey, so is your pet psychic coming up?
This dog won the lottery 3 times, and you're sitting in a house without heat. Okay, wait a minute. Right now, I want to talk about money right now. Okay, how about
All
that?
right,
How
right
about
now?
spending a lot of it right now on prescriptions? This is where GoodRx comes in. I don't know how to tell you this. It's a free app. And you can save up to 70+% on your prescription drugs. We actually get fan mail just for talking about it. Let me give you an example right here. Here we go. It says handwritten at the top. GoodRx Love. Hey, Bob and Tom, I'm Chris. Listen to your show every morning. Enjoy every second of it. Wow. That's rare.
That's a stretch.
Wasn't listening today. Because you talk about GoodRx, I want to give you some information. My medication was costing $600 a month. With insurance, it was down to $300. With GoodRx, I'm only paying $74. GoodRx for me is a lifesaver. Thank you, Chris. Tell me more, Christy Lee.
Well, with GoodRx, we can instantly compare prices at your pharmacy. That's right. They check over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide, like CVS, Walgreens, Vons, Walmart, Rite Aid. You get the idea. So with GoodRx, they will find you the best price, even if you have insurance. GoodRx may actually beat your copay price, and it does work if you do not have insurance as well. So check out goodrx.com/Tom, and you can start saving right now. It's easy, simple, smart savings, just a click away. Check out GoodRx. Go to goodrx.com/Tom. That's goodrx.com/Tom.
GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used in place of insurance, Medicare, and Medicaid. In 2021, GoodRx users can save money, but GoodRx users save an average of 81% on retail prescription price.
Hey, Gordon.
Yes, sir.
No more coffee.
It's a new brand for me. It's thrown me off a little bit.
Okay, thank you very much. Is it Sanka? You're welcome. Taster's choice. When we come back, we have more animals in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's a
cow.
good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed on this Monday morning. Kate Mckinnon and Pete Davidson among those departing from Saturday Night Live, leaving the sketch institution without arguably its 2 most famous names after Saturday's finale of its 47th season. Adie Bryant and Kyle Mooney also leave the cast after the episode hosted by Natasha Lyonne. The 38-year-old Mckinnon won 2 Emmys in her 10 seasons on the show, during which her impressions included Hillary Clinton and former Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Her comic chops with characters frequently drove castmates and hosts to lose it live on the air. The 28-year-old Davidson joined the cast in 2014 and has appeared in 8 seasons. Meanwhile, Afghanistan's Taliban rulers have begun enforcing an order requiring all female TV news anchors in the country to cover their faces while on air. The move Sunday part of a hardline shift drawing condemnation from rights activists. After the order announced Thursday, only a handful of news outlets complied with the order, but on Sunday, most female anchors were seen with their faces covered after the Taliban's Vice and Virtue Ministry began enforcing the order. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up on a Monday.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show. Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach now. I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach, so I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. Look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. It'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, "Up, 2, 3, 4. What the hell we fighting for? Flute man." It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, "Hit him with your flute, Greg."
This is Tom coming up Tuesday morning in the Bob and Tom Show. He'll break out his guitar. We'll get some music from Pat Godwin.
Firefighters broke into my burning car. On fire, they hosed it down, down, down. It was hotter than a funeral pyre. The box burned, 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 but the ring's not on fire.
That's Tuesday morning in the Bob and Tom Show.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
His name is Apollo Johnson, and he's America's #1 astronaut. But he's also a well-endowed ladies' man. Monumental Pictures proudly presents Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo, your rocket is so big.
Adult film star Dick Mahogany in his first starring role since Shaft's Lethal Weapon is astronaut Apollo Johnson. And when he's not orbiting the Earth, he's going around the world. Apollo Johnson, he's not just an astronaut. He's a charter member of the 100,000 Mile High Club. And believe me, there's nothing weightless about Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo. Now I know why they call it the Johnson Space Center.
He's Apollo Johnson, and not even the shuttle can hold all of his cargo. Look at that load. Apollo 13 and a half from Monumental Pictures, rated PG-13. And a half.
Oh, boy.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
It's time once again for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, catch the big game last night?
Well, what truly is a game when you really think about it? I mean, it's merely a struggle for conquest between competing rivals in a match to attain victory, so they can feel superior about a relatively inconsequential endeavor.
Jeez, sorry I asked.
Join us again next time for people who suck at small talk.
Where are you from, by the way?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, you know, small.
Sure.
Thugged out town. You know, it's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
That's small.
People like, stick them up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? How's she doing? I'll come over for dinner.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about that man with 13 inches of pork.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Crazy. You guys know Jamie Vickers? You know, drummer for Velvet Donger?
No.
He was uncut, too, and he could hide just about anything.
Really? Did that affect the taste, Donnie?
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick McGee.
He's over there, got his hands on his organ.
Oh, yeah.
There's Josh Arnold and sidekick chair.
Feels good.
Hey, Chick.
There's Ace Cosby, manning the track phone hotline. I'm Chick McGee. There's Willie Griswold.
Howdy, howdy.
And there's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
Go, Daddy, go.
Thank you very
Tom,
much.
there's a new there are new Kids in the Hall episodes out.
I haven't seen them yet.
And there's a sketch where everybody's on Zoom and they're like, "Look, we had an incident last week. One of our coworkers was masturbating, and we just don't want." But the sketch eventually devolves into everyone on Zoom is just everyone in the meeting starts going at it. I think you would appreciate it.
Wow.
Very funny, very funny.
That's what that whole Pat holding his organ thing just reminded me.
Isn't that the kind of the quickest way to have everybody start is mentioning it?
Right, that's pretty much what this is. Yeah.
Mr. Tubin, we're trying to talk about a legal case here.
You know, he's back. I mean, I always thought
he's back.
I always thought he was a great commentator anyway, but yeah, he's back on CNN.
You can't get rid of the kid. Are you kidding me? You can't get rid of Tubin.
He's got a big brain. And he loves himself. What's wrong with that?
No, I'm just saying. I want to check the odd light.
Like Woody Allen said, it's sex with somebody you love.
Okay. Don't knock my hobbies.
Let's see. Now, where were we, Christy?
Well, we were winking, if you'll recall.
Oh, that's right.
A Florida couple received an unwelcome birthday surprise after finding a rather large alligator in their garage. Karen Dobson told Wink TV she and her husband had been watching TV in their Collier County home when they heard what they thought was a car accident.
Didn't we have an audio wink around here somewhere? Remember? Blink.
Sure, it's
supposed to be
somewhere.
Blink.
Karen's husband,
Hundreds
Jamie,
of sound effects.
opened the garage door to peek inside and found an 8-foot gator had broken in.
As Josh says, though, it's mostly tail.
Yeah, it's like 6 foot of tail.
The trapper later successfully wrangled the gator and relocated it safely.
Remember, that's Wink TV. Wink!
Well worth it. That's good. Where'd you find that?
What are you talking about?
Now is
that audible over the air?
It's very similar to the sound effect pube pluck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to Pube Pluck.
Ow.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Or chest hair pull.
Ow. The couple surveyed the damage, discovered the gator had torn through cases of soda that were stocking up for a party. The gator's beverage of choice, according to Ms. Dobson,
grape soda.
Diet Coke.
Stayed away from the Gatorade, ironically.
You would have thought it would have been a tab hunter.
Okay, that's...
A tab hunter! Nothing for Gatorade.
Tab hunter.
What does that
make sense?
Makes no sense.
Wait, what does that mean?
He thought the crocodile would have been a tab hunter.
What does that mean? I have no idea.
It's an old matinee idol. Like
Tab Hunter was an actor back in the 30s.
No, 50s.
It was the
Tab
50s.
Hunter?
What is?
Yeah, famous heartthrob.
Yeah, he was definitely a heartthrob. Just a blonde built.
Gay as a goose.
Oh, I mean, just
He was a gay man?
Openly, yeah.
queer as a football player.
Back then?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, I mean, not out.
He would say that.
Okay.
He'd come in and go, yeah, I'll date your sister.
And wink at them.
Wink at his brother.
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, it's a good actor. Kind of a matinee idol.
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Tab Hunter and Paul Lind are good actors. Is that
Paul
what you're
Lind's a
telling
Paul
me?
Lind is terrific comedically.
It's just fantastic.
Paul, Mr. Lind, did you ever meet Tab Hunter?
Oh, back in the day, we hung out a little bit.
Pat, I was watching the show Hacks on HBO Max, and there was a Paul Lind joke, and I only got it because of you, so thank you
You're
for
welcome.
helping me understand a reference a little bit better.
You're welcome.
I think there's a whole website of Paul Lind jokes from Hollywood Squares that you can
There
go
were some
back
amazing
and revisit.
ones, yeah.
You drove him around, right?
I did, yeah, for Kenley Players for a whole week. He was hilarious.
I bet it was nonstop laughter.
Yeah. Couple of drinks in him, and he was nasty funny.
Did you know what was going on with him?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, sorry.
Animal hunk is finished with this story. Researchers found that when turtles are migrating, they don't really know where they're going.
And it takes a really long time.
According to The Guardian, an international team of scientists mapped the movements of hawksbill turtles as they made their way from their nesting grounds in the Chagos Archipelago to foraging sites. An analysis showed the turtles tended to travel in circular routes, suggesting a relatively crude navigational sense in the open ocean. One turtle swam 811 miles to an island that was just 109 miles away.
Well, that's because they can't see over the waves.
Real stupid.
Give them a
Poor
break.
little turtles.
Yeah.
So in other words, they just swim until they hit land.
And they really didn't try very hard naming them. What's the name of them?
Hawksbill.
Yeah, it looks like he got a hawk face. All right, let's name it a horse
name.
It's
stupid.
It's lazy, yeah.
Yeah, real lazy.
I love turtles. I do.
You love
There was
turtles?
a huge one in our driveway last week.
Oh, I would have
Right
loved
here.
it. Did the girls go crazy?
No, this driveway.
Oh, this driveway?
Yeah, I
you
was.
guys didn't put it in a box? For
I
me
was.
to
I was.
see?
It was the size of a frisbee. It was a big one.
Was it a snapping turtle?
I don't know. I was rushing out. I thought, what's that in the way?
Oh, he was rushing out.
And I swerved and missed it. And then I called Eddie.
Eddie.
Poor Eddie.
Why does Eddie have to
Hi, Eddie.
I can't believe he still answers the phone.
Hey, this is a turtle. What would you think was... Hi, Eddie, this is Tom. There's a turtle in the parking lot.
There's some sort of snake in a bowl.
Is that Eddie's job description to move animals?
Eddie went out and grabbed the turtle.
Of course he did. He's the nicest man alive.
Eddie, I can't deal with this. I'm in a rush. I have a barista to yell at.
I found myself trying to make Eddie mad just to see him angry.
It's impossible.
The man won't get angry.
You can't do it.
He seemed to enjoy getting there. I think he and Dean conspired with this whole turtle conspiracy thing.
Oh. And Eddie's passionate. He cares about you. I asked him about his weekend one time. He told me about his weekend. I couldn't believe it. Usually in this building, it's like, yep, good, see you later. You know, it was incredible.
So it wasn't a snapping turtle, I gather, Dean.
It was a big turtle. I don't know what kind of
Big
it
old
was.
box turtle.
No,
Box turtle.
That particular breed of turtle lets you finish a sentence. Not a snapping.
He's having flashbacks to some prior administration, I think.
Snapping. Snap. Don't snap it.
Don't snap at me.
Oh, I see. Okay. Pat?
Yes.
No, I just wanted to make sure you were still there. Okay, Christy, what else?
Laughing at a turtle hunk.
Police in California are saying a car connected to several car burglaries was outfitted with James Bond-like gadgets.
Yes.
According to Irvine police, 37-year-old woman and a 44-year-old man were arrested after a resident recognized their vehicle, a white 2008 Mercedes-Benz C300 with white custom rims, as the one identified in other burglaries. Authorities said they found tools, evidence of identity theft, and stolen property inside the car, which featured some spy tech modifications.
Awesome.
Irvine PD.
They're thieves.
Yeah, I know, but I like the spy stuff.
Irvine Police Department Sergeant Carrie Davis said, quote, "We noticed they had a very sophisticated fuel pumping system in the back where they could presumably siphon gas out of other people's vehicles."
And directly into theirs?
Yes.
Wow,
they also
that's
had a
cool.
license plate flipper.
I've always wanted one. I will get one.
Is that right?
Yep.
The license plate flipper?
Yeah.
Police said the vehicle was
Come
like
get me,
something
Cuff.
out of a 007 movie.
I bet they, after getting caught, they wish they'd sprung for the ejector seats. But,
How many times a day do you wish you had guns in your headlights?
Guns in your headlights?
Don't they have?
Yeah, sure. Those are in the movies.
Oh, yeah.
James Bond and right in the headlights.
Then they got the thing in the trunk. It pops up and it's got
Yeah.
the bullet shield.
Sure.
I just don't see James Bond siphoning gas.
You think he has a gas car?
I
I would think MI5 or whoever he works with would fix him up with a gas car.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Mr. Bond, your cufflinks smell of high-test gasoline.
I don't pay for gas.
Where have you been?
That's the new James Bond movie.
Sorry,
the man with the golden siphon. We call it octane pussy.
Octane pussy. Tom, those are hilarious.
All good.
Octane person.
Again, James Bond is not going to be
high
siphoning gas.
No, he's not going to be siphoning gas.
Now, if you had one of those, I have a technical question. If you had one of those license plate flippers.
Yes.
And there's certain places now where when you, instead of paying a toll, they take a picture of your license plate.
Right.
That'd be pretty handy.
Sure. You flip it before you go through the toll?
Yeah. Probably extremely illegal.
Well, yes.
Do they have another way of tracking you down?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't
I mean,
know.
are there people that do that? They know they're going to go through a bunch of tolls. They switch plates. All it needs is a screwdriver. Okay, sorry.
A man allegedly hid under a sheet after police removed him from a hotel in Maine.
Hid under a sheet.
I'm a ghost.
No, wait a second. This story, it's kind of hard to understand what's happening here. I didn't get it until I saw the photograph. Imagine if there were a large chair on a porch out, like in a hotel or something, on the front porch, and there's a big chair, and there's a guy sitting in the chair, but he's got the sheet over the top of the chair, so it looks like the chair is in storage.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Christy.
WGME reports.
Give me some news.
Give me that news. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that news. Give me that. Give me that.
Give me that news. Give me that.
Belfast police were called out to the Admiral Ocean Inn to remove a drunk man from the property. Police said the man returned to the hotel a few hours later.
That's right.
And was found sitting in a chair, hiding under a huge sheet that had been covering the outdoor chair.
You'll never find me here. Give me that news. Give me that.
Man, I hated this song.
I love it. Yeah, why are you doing this?
They couldn't have shot the guy that did that song.
I love it. The two gentlemen.
I hated that song.
It's the Pipkins.
Yes.
I beg your pardon.
It's silly fun.
It's stupid.
Did someone say the Pipkins?
I like the first guy, and I like saying, give me that thing.
I really thought this was Tiny Tim when I first heard it.
Give me that.
When I first heard that, it was like the Muppets.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that's because you're...
If you're wondering why AM radio started going away, it's because of that. Let's see.
Give me that thing.
We have the long version of Light My Fire and then Give Me That Thing.
Give me that thing.
Hey, the man was charged with criminal trespassing and violating a condition of release.
Again, you have to see the photo. It's hilarious.
Can you see his head bulge, or is he like? Does it look like a person in a chair under a sheet?
There's a huge sheet. There's this guy sitting underneath. So I guess the cops went up. Peekaboo, you're under arrest.
Well, actually, they couldn't find him, but then they yelled, Ollie, Ollie, oxen free. And then
he had to get down.
I'm okay.
Does Willie know the story about the guy under a sheet?
This is one of my favorite.
On
the stories
stage?
of this comedian are unbelievable.
Yeah.
Ollie Joe Prater.
Pat knows, Tom. Pat knows. He knows.
Were we not supposed to say the guy's name?
I think you can. He's dead.
Well, but maybe I don't want to be sued by it.
Yeah, if they're anything like Ollie Joe, they may be litigious.
Yeah. I'll tell you off the air. Okay.
I blew it. There should be a documentary made of him. We'll just say that.
This guy, this is like a Three Stooges thing. You know, the cops walk up on the porch. There are all these chairs covered up for the season, and they realize, wait a minute, there's a guy under that one. Okay.
Would you ever do that on Halloween? Dress up like a scarecrow, and you can't tell it's a person until you get right up to them and scare the kids.
My ex did that, and my neighbor, they would do that. They would sit on the porch all dressed up like that. And
wow.
Yeah.
That's really...
It was fun.
What's it nice to be a man? Boy, that's nice.
No, isn't that the idea of Halloween? Have a little scary fun.
Jerks. Poor kids crying.
Do you have a story about the old lady? It's kind of a sweet story.
Yeah, and a Maryland woman earned her bachelor's degree at the age of 82. WJLA reports that...
Jilly. Oh, no, that's JLA.
JLA?
Gelato.
After celebrating her birthday on May 17th, May Beal attended her graduation from the University of Maryland Global Campus, where she earned a bachelor's degree in business management. Ms. Beal said, quote, "I was like the tortoise, slow and steady wins the race." Her dedication paid off. She made the dean's list several times over many years and graduated with honors.
Yeah,
it's not hard to do when you're taking a class a year.
Yeah, well, she graduated. She graduated at the age of 82 in typewriter repair.
Yes.
Well, I guess this degree will open some doors.
She made the dean's list. That means she dated Dean Martin for a while.
Yeah.
She's going for a PhD. She better hurry up. Wow.
Dear idiots.
That's us.
I typically listen to your show in the mornings to start my morning off right. The past few days have been particularly rough. And today, the pube pluck with the wink audio had me laughing to the point my stomach hurts and my eyes started watering. And I couldn't see the road. Priceless, Erin says. She just wanted to thank us for the laughs and bringing a smile to her face.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You're welcome.
Very sweet.
Ouch. You got to stop doing that. That hurts. So it's graduating. That's nice. She graduated at the age of 82.
Sure.
Kind of a sweet,
it is
sweet story. Think you ever went to the sorority parties?
Probably not.
Yeah. So the frat boy, go for the gray one. She's slowest.
Oh, my God.
The older the berry, the sweeter the juice. Am I right?
You're onto something, buddy.
I got to first base with Dick Cat.
I hope she took out so many student loans. Good luck hitting this.
A Michigan woman has been convicted of spying for the Chinese Communist Party, using her job as a chemist to steal trade secrets from anyone?
Themselves.
Michigan.
Coca-Cola.
Cereal.
Oh.
She was sentenced by a federal judge to serve 14 years in prison.
You mean 14 years in the can?
Ms. Shannon Yu was convicted by a jury last month of
Use on
charges
first.
that include possession of stolen trade secrets and economic espionage. The 59-year-old accessed secrets about BPA-free internal coatings of beverage cans while working at Coca-Cola and Eastman Chemical Company in the United States.
Could have been worse. She could have been executed like the person who came up with New Coke.
I liked it, John.
Thank you, Tom.
Tom really enjoyed it. Can you imagine that? Drew it up in a Muldoon. Yeah, he had the idea for New Coke. Yeah, that trip he went up to Michigan, drowned. That was no accident.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's at the bottom of Little Traverse Bay with an anchor around his foot.
You would be forever known as the guy who came up with New Coke.
Yeah,
that guy.
So this woman's last name is Yu?
Yeah, Y-O-U.
Can you imagine being the judge? All right, you go to prison. Couldn't you at least...
Me? No, not you,
Mr.
Me, you're fine. You?
Mr. Me.
Well, what about I? I can stay where he's at.
I am tired of this bit.
Comedy.
I'm not talking about I, I'm talking about you. So what were so she's stealing the trade secret to coating the beverage cans?
Yes, the inside. So, the BPA.
China.
China.
The gift that keeps on giving to the world.
Yeah, right?
Okay, well, now, coming up, we have our history lesson.
I have another story from Wink.
You have another story from Wink?
I do.
Oh, ow!
A Florida repairman has been accused of stealing $30,000 worth of turtles. Turtle source owner and breeder Marcus Cantos told Wink TV.
How many turtles?
It's got to be like 60,000 turtles.
Yeah. Holy hell.
That the repairman was meant to be fixing a beverage cooler when staff noticed a couple of things missing.
Must be a shell operation. Thank you very much. Boo. You can boo all you want, but you sat there quietly, didn't you?
In total.
I'm confused. This is a turtle breeding...
It's a turtle breeder. In total, 18 turtles were taken from the breeder.
What?
Cantos turned over surveillance footage to the Lee County Sheriff's Office.
Hey, wait, I'm sorry. 18 turtles are... worth
$60,000?
They better be teenage and mutant.
18 turtles. They were able to recover 5. So the actual loss, he says, is $20,000.
So,
okay.
So just over $3,000 a turtle?
Yeah.
Is that what they're telling us?
Yeah.
No. Unless these turtles better be talking.
Yeah, right. That's why I said they better be teenage and mutant.
No, they better be talking.
Silence. And just the simple word talking.
It's funnier.
Talking is much funnier.
Then teenage and mutant?
Yeah, it was
funnier. No, I feel sorry for the mutants.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles joke?
Sorry.
No, just look.
So this guy, wait a minute. This guy works at a facility where they mate turtles?
Yes, he's a turtle breeder.
That'd be an interesting conversation. You met that guy at a bar, Christy? So what do you do? I mate turtles. I'm going to walk over here now.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Right now, if they'd had a better security system, this wouldn't have happened. This is why Simply Safe would be the way to go. Chick McGee turned me on to Simply Safe. It's well, read the reviews.
That's right. Check them out, everybody. This is the design it yourself, do it yourself home security system. And it's not always break-in protection that Simply Safe protects you from. Sometimes it's whatever might happen inside the house. This is Terry's story. She's a Simply Safe customer. She was away for the weekend at her daughter's wedding.
Her and the rest of the Fying family.
The morning of the big day, that's right, Terry Fying. She got a call from Simply Safe's 24/7 professional monitoring center. They let her know their system had detected water in the basement. Uh-oh. And in moments like this, time is critical. Even an inch of flooding could cause more than $25,000 in damage. And thankfully, she made arrangements to get the water shut off, and Simply Safe detected it just moments after the leak had started. A comprehensive Simply Safe system and 24/7 professional monitoring, just one of the reasons more than 4 million people trust their home protection to Simply Safe. Plans cost under $1 a day, no long-term contracts, or hidden fees. And you can customize the perfect system and install it yourself for your compound in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com. Plus, you get a deal because you know us. Go today to simplysafetom.com and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com.
Thank you very much, Simply Safe. Coming right back. Oh, we've got some very important news for you.
We have history.
Oh, yeah, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter at Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Got this new venture. It's called Say It to My Face.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Hey, Josh, let's say someone talks smack about you on Facebook or Twitter.
Sure.
And the first thing you do is you'd call me, then I go to their house. And when they answer the door, I'll just yell, "Say it to my face." And then I'll jack them with a blood dart right to the larynx. And Christy, you and your ladies don't got to worry either, because I got you covered too. See, my friend Tasha and I are launching an all-female company called Oh No You Didn't. Pretty good. Well, it's hard to spell it on the radio, but in print, it's badass. It's all hymenated.
Hymenated?
Yep. So the next time some chick, calls another chick an obese whale when you post your porta potty selfie on Instagrams, just give me and Tasha a call. She'll go to that chick's house and slap the spit out of her while screaming, "Oh no, you didn't!"
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
What else would you be doing with your life? Well, you can head on over to bobandtom.com to see all the latest on the Bob and Tom Show. Highlights, news, information, plus videos you can click on and watch. There's Pat Godwin singing one of his songs. There's Ace Cosby telling a joke. And my gosh, there's the Bob and Tom Show puppets with Smack Tom. All available right now for free and for you to enjoy at bobandtom.com. And don't forget, we always love to hear from our listeners, whether you want a junior win bag us, let us know what we missed, or if you'd like to just have a request of a comedian or a bit we've played you'd like to hear again, we're happy to do that for you. Just email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Coming up, things we learned on the show today and a look at history on this May 23rd with Tom Griswold. Stay tuned. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom News Desk. A military plane carrying enough specialty infant formula for more than 500,000 baby bottles arrived Sunday in Indianapolis. It's the first of several flights expected from Europe aimed at relieving a shortage that has sent parents scrambling to find enough to feed their children. President Joe Biden authorized the use of Air Force planes for the effort, dubbed Operation Fly Formula, because no commercial flights were available. Speaking of the president, he's seeking to calm concerns about recent cases of monkeypox that have been identified in Europe and the United States. He says he does not see the need to institute strict quarantine measures. He talked about this matter in Tokyo just one day after he said the virus was something to be concerned about. But then he told reporters today he doesn't think monkeypox rises to the level of concern that existed with COVID-19, and added that the smallpox vaccine works for monkeypox and the United States has enough to handle it. And the jostling of the Joshes, you could call it, has returned to Lincoln, Nebraska. A couple hundred people gathered at a park for a pitched battle over the official right to the name Josh. Now, I don't know if our Josh Arnold was there, but I can tell you this started as an online joke when Josh Swain of Tucson, Arizona, sent a tweet challenging anyone with the same first name to fight over it using pool noodles. As the idea spread, Swain made it into a real event last year, inviting people to Lincoln, the city that matches the random geo-coordinates in his original tweet. This year, many competitors stepped up their game by wearing costumes like masks, animal suits, and football uniforms, but no one could dethrone 5-year-old Josh Vinson, who defended the title. Last year, he was number one as well. The battle did raise nearly $21,000 for a local children's hospital in Omaha. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Thailand is giving all of its citizens free cannabis plants. What you failed to mention, they're hoping that the residents stay high enough they won't realize what a crap hole country they live in.
That's not fair. There's lovely beaches and
yeah, I'm sure.
great food.
It took a man 11 days to cross Great Britain on a push scooter. What you failed to mention, tell me you're having trouble at home without telling me you're having trouble at home.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy. There are things you never say when a man is nude.
I didn't mean to laugh.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
Can you help me find it?
There are things you never say to a naked dude.
Does that thing come with an air pump? I thought you said you had small pox.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
But your feet are so big.
Aw, that's cute.
Hang on, I'll get my tweezers.
Oh, it's like a little light switch.
For a second there, I thought you had a third nipple.
Wallow in the emptiness.
Hey, welcome back. You too can wallow in the emptiness of the Bob and Tom
That's
Show.
a great promo.
Empty, blatant hostility. There's Christy sucking on a coffee. There's Pat Godwin.
Yeah.
In the performance room.
He thought it was coffee, the dummy.
What a loser.
Josh Arnold is the sidekick. There's Ace Cosby. Willie Griswold.
Hey, dude.
What are you doing? Having a gummy?
Having a gummy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, boy.
I'm Chick McGee.
Share those gummies?
They're fiber gummies, jerks.
And here's Tom.
Hemp is fiber.
Oh, it sure is.
Christy, I'm trying to find this story
Tommy?
about the. I'm trying to
It's
find
history time.
Yeah, but before we go, I'm just looking. You had this Mercedes-Benz. You had two stories. One about the $150 million one or whatever, and then one about this couple. They were apparently robbing people, but they had a Mercedes-Benz with.
Yeah, it sounds lovely. A 2008 C300.
James Bond-like gadgets, including a flipper license plate.
Cool.
But I'm trying to find a picture of the thing, because again, this says they have a device in the back. Oh, here we go. They had a pump in the back that would siphon out gasoline.
It's cool. Pump in the back. Pump it up.
Pump it up.
Doesn't sound very all that James Bond-like to me to be, once again, pumping gas. Kind of cheesy.
I brought my speedy reward card.
Well, Mr. Bond, I don't expect you to die. I expect you to pay more than $5 a gallon.
I travel dry.
Do you have the king-size Snicker bar? Well, what is that with convenient gas stations? They never have a normal-sized candy bar. They're all king-size.
There you go. I found it.
Am I in the wrong section? Oh, sorry.
I consider you royalty. Have a king-sized.
You think?
Yes.
All right.
See how they had it, Tom? They had this little contraption on the back.
Yeah.
Right, I see. Oh, it's not as sophisticated as I thought.
Well, of course it's not. It's on a 2008 Mercedes
Well, nice car.
Those are not Aston Martins.
I thought you pressed a button and it flipped around. It's just a little flange that comes out.
I'm getting one.
And I saw a convertible Aston Martin yesterday. Oh, it's so sweet.
You're a criminal, Josh, if you get one of these.
You're going to get one of these?
That's right.
No, you're not.
I'm dirty the rest of my
I just don't see, I don't see James Bond siphoning gas. Like
No.
That'd be an odd job for him.
Aston Martin.
It sure would be
I'm sorry, what is it time for?
Aston Martin has ass in it. You know that?
It does.
Now for today in history, here's Tom. Quickly.
Oh, sorry, what day's today?
Hey, my guy's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Andy.
Happy birthday, Andy. We love you, man.
Whatever, guy.
Benjamin Franklin on this date unveiled his invention of bifocals. Wow.
For the happening bisexual.
Is that what those are for?
Ben Franklin got so
what
much
are
of
my
the...
progressives then?
He was just getting so much that eventually you have to experiment a little bit, have some fun, man. Ben
He's
Franklin.
quoted as saying, I wish I had two. You know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Laugh-O-Gram Films.
Yes.
That was the name of Walt Disney's first film company.
Oh, really?
Laugh-O-Gram.
Aw.
Did they actually put out Steamboat Willie?
I don't know. Technically, it just says Laugh-O-Gram Film.
Huh. Can you say all the titles to the early stuff, or is that like the old cartoons when they're like kind of racist when you look into it after too long?
Like Song of the South?
Could we not talk about that?
Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow killed by police in Louisiana on this date in 1934.
Wow. And if the movie's to be believed, boy, were they killed.
Yeah, no joke.
They made sure.
Yes.
They were dead, all right. And The Shining released on this date in 1980.
You know what's scary about that music is that damn music.
It is very ominous.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Drew Carey, the television host.
Man, he makes me laugh. I'm a fan.
From Cleveland, Ohio. And happy birthday to Jewel.
Oh, I love her.
The great singer.
She used to live in her car.
And happy birthday, Ken Jennings, now the
famous Jeopardy guy.
KJ.
Game show host now.
Cool.
Now, it's also time to review what we learned on today's show.
Time now for things we learned on today's show on the Bob and Tom Show. Let's not ever forget that Jerry the Trucker joined us today on the show. He enjoys Pat Godwin's #1 album. And Jerry spit his gum out while laughing while driving his truck. And surprise, surprise, he found it on the floor.
On his shoe, you see.
It was on the floorboard.
Which led to the letter from the woman who in the bathroom lost her gum.
Josh and Willie in New York
found it in her
bush. Right?
In the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that.
That's why I said bush.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Josh and Willie were in New York, the Cacciatore's over the weekend.
Cacciatore's, yeah, terrific place. Thank you. If you're
Oh,
gonna do
they
it,
have good
please
food. I
make
had
sure
some pasta for breakfast. Thank you.
And we did excitedly relive the "Hey, it's John Denver" story today with Pat Godwin.
Oh, look, it's John.
And don't forget, Pat's mom did go all the way with JFK. He's
That's right.
implying that he's a Kennedy. Let's see. If you get tagged, are you out in Duck, Duck, Goose?
No.
We never did get that answer.
If any Kennedy was your dad, Pat, it was Ted.
They were all pretty wild, though, Josh.
And remember the Ace Cosby joke of the day. What did the green grape say to the purple grape?
Breathe, breathe.
And you know what? That joke of the day was brought to you by Omaha Steaks.
Hey!
Spring is here. Grilling season's arrived. Visit omahasteaks.com. Type BTS into the search bar. Order the Omaha Steaks Spring Grilling Pack today.
Oh, tell him you want the lasagna, too. Thank you very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
Things